Do not adjust your TV. What you are about to see is real. WhitefireNomura interviewed me last week in his art stream, The Most Evilest Art Show, where he and his friend Ranger Stormwolf grilled me about life, the universe, my house almost burning down, and the exquisite horror of mushroom ice cream. Highlights included me trying to explain the lore of both Five Nights at Freddy's and Steven Universe in one sitting, in real time, off the top of my head, with no previous preparation, as well as MST3K'ing the Anthrocon Fursuit Parade, then facing a gauntlet of questions few dare to ask because all of them are silly. It was a pleasant evening, and an excellent excuse to talk to my "you are there" voice. Enjoy.
It's like two people in the call.
It is awake, yes.
Oh. Okay, well, I think we have our guest.
When you call the ferret, you get the, well, insert tough ICP-like dialogue here.
There you go. Ranger, did you turn off your cam?
No, it's still going.
Why is it not coming up?
It looks like Skype is reloading.
Skype's not working right? What?
Ta-da!
Color me shock.
How's my volume level here? I've been fiddling around with the microphone a bit.
Your volume seems to be fine. Oh, there we go. Well, okay, and right. I think we're getting somewhere here, folks.
You think?
Maybe. I'm working at it.
Technology is working, at least for now.
Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and bring them back here, and there we go.
Well, at least I can see on the small box.
There you go. There we go. I think we got our
I've
guest.
got double vision. I've got the main stream open, I've got Skype open, so I'm seeing two of you.
You see two of us? Yeah, because
Yes.
to keep the timing right, I have to share my screen with Ranger, and Ranger talks to me on Skype, so the people on Skype can kind of see my desktop.
Wait.
I know. I'm so
Double
talented.
vision.
Yeah. So how are you doing tonight, there, Blackfoot?
I'm mostly awake. I'm feeling mostly positive. I had 1 hour of sleep on Thursday, finishing my last video, but it's a par for the course for me, I guess.
Yeah, I can hear you. Trust me, I get it when it comes to lack of time.
I work full time at UPS, so that's one reason my videos are so infrequently updated. I have to still working on my time management skills and trying to get a life and all of that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we work full time at our place, and then basically the only time we get a chance to do things like clean up the apartment and do the shopping, laundry, and everything like that is on the weekends. Plus, I also got to get ready for the show. So,
Cool.
Yeah, and then try to feed a little bit of downtime in there somewhere, maybe, if we're lucky.
Well, you make 4 hours of material every weekend, so that's pretty cool.
What's that?
You make 4 hours of material here like every weekend, so that's pretty cool.
I try.
You're my new Fun Day Puppet Show.
Oh. Wow, that's impressive.
Well, that's a compliment.
That is a compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I try to stay positive most of the time.
Yeah.
We're just not as gassy as Yappy.
Thank goodness.
I could step up.
Oh, there you go. Here's the bad thing is that because yes, I could be like Yappy, but I don't feel like having a blanket thrown over my head every time, because that's what Jordan does to me. Is that every time I pass gas, she'll throw a blanket over me and Dutch
over your head?
Over my head. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Excuse me from the bottom of my heart. Came up the other end. Never mind.
No. Seriously, what happened was that we were in bed, we were falling asleep, and I let one go, because you're tired, you're not really thinking, and your body's relaxing, and all the stress of the day is kind of seeping out. And she just sat right up and yelled, "Oh my God, it's coming for me," and threw my head under the covers and wouldn't let me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guide keyboard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, and she's playing her game right now, or she'd probably be confirming all this, but...
Oh, I can still hear
She can still hear me.
Why do I have to confirm it? You do the TMI thing very well.
TMI, huh? Oh, well, anyways, though. So, Blackfoot, I've got some questions for you. Hence the
Good, I shall... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead with the questions. I don't really have a speech or anything prepared, so...
Oh, okay. Well, basically, I figured why not start from the beginning. I'm not really versed when it comes to interviews or something like that, so I do apologize if I struggle through this a little bit.
It's fine. I'm pretty introverted myself, so I...
Your first official interview, so to speak, or...
I'm not used to people finding me interesting, let's put it that way, so this is great.
Well, I've enjoyed your videos. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How you found the fandom, and are you a part of the fandom, and all that stuff?
Well, I consider myself a part of the fandom. I'm not nearly as active as some people, but a long time ago, back in college, I stumbled across furry art, and I tried doing a rigged chat room, and I found YIF didn't mean what it means today back then, but there was someone from YIFnet. I had visited on a lark, and then someone said, hey, you should go to this place.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met my first furry chat room and made a couple of friends, and one of them hauled me off to further confusion a few years later, and I tried to fight my natural robot likeness. I went there and actually tried socializing with other people, and I don't even remember when I got introduced to the Funny Pop-Up Show. It was like years ago. I think it was during the 9/11 episode, which is a horrible, dark place to start, but
Yeah.
it was a time everyone needed some positivity, and I've stayed with them since then. They got me into video editing. The first, other than a video where people were shooting at plastic darts in my head, which was like D&D group, that was like the very first thing I posted on my channel. They did their the 500 episode. They said, hey people, send in videos of stuff we've done, so I went back with some old episodes, spliced together Blackfoot's Puppet 500 video, and that's the first thing I ever edited with the glory of Windows Free Movie Maker.
Yep.
One line of, one track of video, one track of audio, one track of text, all cop. And knowing nothing, never taking a class, I hut and peck, button mashing, figured out how to make a video, and since then I've evolved to things that actually look like editors, like I used Adobe Premiere Elements for a long time, then I'm finally using Premiere Pro. I managed not to be overwhelmed anymore, so I still know like 5% of the functions. I'll never possibly learn all of them, but I can make stuff that actually looks decent now.
Yeah, I know. I've because of this show, actually is what got me into starting to learn how to do video editing and everything like that with some of the little skits that I do and post on YouTube. So, what brought you into the conspiracy theory business?
Is it a conspiracy? Is it?
It might be. That depends on your answer.
Well, I was a huge fan of game theory.
Mm-hmm.
I followed them, their Link is Dead video, and especially the first two Five Nights at Freddy's videos. And I got the strange idea watching the game footage and watching like the MatPat's first video. It's like, wouldn't Jeremy Fitzgerald have to be the Bite of 87 victim?
Right.
And so I made the worst named video in the history of all theories, The Final Theory. Da da da.
Da da da.
Name that I've had to walk back since I've made about 22 other videos after that. But at the time I felt accomplished, and that part I've always kept at least with that part, even if everything else in the video was wrong.
Right.
Jerry Fitzgerald, aka Michael Afton, was the Bite of 87 victim, and then from then I slowly evolved things and spent 3 months beating my head at the wall trying to figure out what could possibly make the timeline work.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, what was it? Let's see. Have you ever seen those disinspirational posters where it's like instead of feeling accomplished, someone's like really frustrated?
Yeah.
I tried thinking of like what sort of situation would allow Phone Guy to work with 3 different generations of animatronics. He's head of security, but he also seems to like the idea that you might die.
Right.
And so he's not concerned like employees are disappearing on his watch and all this. It's like what could possibly make all this stuff work? And I threw darts at a dartboard for like 3 months at work. This is always in the back of my head. It's like, what possible timeline could make this work? What could make it work? Dart after dart, they all missed until like the There was like the wall, the dartboard. The dartboard is completely bare, but the entire wall is covered with a forest of darts.
Right.
And I was like, nothing. I can't make this thing work. So finally, I just sort of started my knuckle laugh. It's like, you know what, guys? But this to be stupid.
Right.
A mad scientist is deliberately trying to put human cells in a robot. So I threw this dart at the wall, and I dropped my jaws. It hit the bullseye.
Well, there you go.
And that was like how you sometimes put like a crystal in a solution and it slowly starts growing from there. It was like suddenly FNAF impossibly started to make sense, and I've built upon that idea ever since then for like the last 2-3 years now. And my videos have evolved. I've always learned a little bit more each time. I doubt I've found everything even now, but I have a feeling that I've at least gotten some skeleton of the story in place.
Right. You know, and the thing is before we really dive into the Five Nights at Freddy's, because I do know a little bit about it, but the one thing I don't know a lot about is the Steven universe, and I know you dive into a lot of theories about that. So for people like me, and because there was actually a reason I did not do any research on it, because of the simple fact that, you know, kind of walk us through what exactly is Steven Universe, and why did this theory, what made it attractive for you to pursue this, the theories behind that?
Well, you're asking me to. I've made about an hour and a half of theory videos about Steven Universe after a year and a half of research. So summarizing all of that right now on the fly is going to be difficult. But did you just want a history of Steven Universe, or like my involvement in it?
Well, okay. Basically, what I'm asking is that you know, kind of give somebody who's never heard of it, you know, an idea of what it actually is. Okay, and then
well,
yeah, go ahead.
Well, background is basically aliens have invaded Earth.
Okay.
In ancient times, like 5,000 years ago, there was a species of aliens called the Gems that started a colony on planet Earth. And the thing they do, they started at the home world. They're shining, glowing, where they came from. And they've gone out and colonized other worlds, and each time they make a colony, they have a nasty habit of totally destroying the planet.
That's a bad habit.
Like we see like a Jungle Moon, what happens, like they start with this beautiful organic planet, and then Pink Diamond slowly notices, like bit by bit, as they make kindergartens and they put gem seeds in the ground, and the gems emerge after sucking some of the life out of the world, that eventually the planet is nothing but a gray dead husk. So the Great Diamond Authority, the 4 diamonds, the most powerful of all gems that control all of gem life, are going out and having people establish these colonies. Well, a pink diamond was the one who was the newest gem, the smallest one. She was like a amethyst. She was undercooked, but she had to prove herself to the others, and they didn't take her seriously, so they gave her a wild, untamed planet called Earth.
Okay.
And so she, this was her colony, this was her chance to shine, and she got there, and unlike the other diamonds who are always like, gem life is superior to all organic life, it's just there to feed us, she started to like some of the native creatures, especially like the humans.
Okay.
I was like, wait, these things are interesting. This is a good planet. Why are we destroying it? And this reveal is fairly recent, but she tried to convince the other diamonds that, wait a minute, maybe we're doing a bad thing. Maybe we shouldn't try to destroy all organic life in the universe. Maybe it can be useful. And the other 3 would like, nope, you're crazy, you're young, you'll learn in time, after you've destroyed the Earth. And so then she started disagreeing with them and said, wait a minute, there's got to be something we can do differently. So she researched things. I do believe she found a way to make gems without the traditional way is to put a seed deep in a kindergarten in the rock, and then 500 years later it emerges. She found a way to crush dirt into a gemstone. We see that in, what's the name of the episode? The one where Steven goes into Pearl's mind with his cell phone. I have to remember what is the name of the episode?
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, we don't want to give any
anyway.
any
She
real
tried
spoilers.
to find ways to make gems without destroying the world.
Right.
And eventually, it turned out that she felt the need to make a rebellion. So it was recently revealed that she actually started the crystal gems, but she would all gems can shapeshift. They're basically the core of their beings is a material, actual physical gemstone.
Okay.
Like there's actually a lot of gemology used in the show that returns to real life, but by rotating her gemstone, she was able to assume a different form called rose quartz.
Okay.
And so she's no longer pink diamond, now she's rose quartz, put on domino mask and insert epic music here. And so she went around and started secretly like rebelling against the diamonds program. It's like, wait a minute, we shouldn't be destroying the earth. And started organizing friends. They would start with her and Pearl, then they made several other recruits, and they started rebellion against the diamonds on planet Earth. And the diamonds like sort of up the ante. It's like, wait a minute, this isn't good. So Yellow and Blue start sending forces to quash the rebellion. Meanwhile, Pink's like pretending to be on the Great Diamond Authority side while also funding the rebels, and then things escalated, and eventually Pink had an advantage. Like each diamond represents a different aspect of something.
Right.
Pink was the diamond of love. She could get people to truly believe in her cause, and there was a lot of the gems aren't mindless. Each one is basically individual, like we are. So there was disagreement between like what the diamonds were doing, destroy all organic life in the universe, and what some of the like individual captains thought is like, this is bad, but Yellow threatened to shatter us, so we'll do it. But Pink started showing people a different way. It's like, maybe we could work with these other aliens. Maybe they could be useful to us after all. And so gems that were frustrated with having to only do their assigned purpose, like cogs of a machine, who actually wanted to do things like fuse other types of gems and so forth, love who they wanted to love instead of who they were told to love, they started joining Pink's cause, and the rebellion grew and grew until eventually the crystal gems pushed the other three diamonds off of Earth. It's like the Great Diamond Authority had to retreat. And so as sort of a backblast for this, like it climaxed with I'm revealing so much about the show. If you've never seen it, these are like huge spoilers. But Pink faked her own shattering at one point. It says, for now, I'm just going to be rose quartz.
Right.
And the other diamonds looked at that, and the other three, white, yellow, and blue, fired the corruption song, this huge blast of energy at all the gems on Earth. It's saying, fine, if we're not going to win, we're going to utterly destroy you. And this blast corrupted just about every gem that wasn't protected by Rose's shield. Like, Rose was there, she saw it coming, it's like, oh no, put up this field. She protected herself, Pearl, and Garnet from this blast. But most every other gem on the planet, like all the rebels, turned into monsters.
Oh my.
These are the monsters you see them fighting on the show. They're actually corrupted gems. They look like horrifying D&D creatures, and they're actually attracted to Pink's temple, so you see them attacking Beach City all the time.
Right.
So, but yeah, these monsters are actually them. They're just gems that have been warped, and so the crystal gems have been, over the last 5,000 years after the Diamond Authority retreated, they've been dealing with these corrupted gems. They've been poofing them. They've been bubbling in the temple. When you get put into a bubble, you're basically in stasis.
Right.
And like, oh, what I didn't say this, like the core of each gem's being is their gemstone, but everything else about them is made of light. Like, you have this gem that it materializes, it makes a quote-unquote physical form that's made of light. When you quote-unquote like a poof a gem, you destroy their physical form and then their gemstone falls to the ground. That gem can reform over like a few hours.
Right.
But meanwhile, it's like vulnerable, and the only way to actually kill a gem so it never comes back is to shatter it.
Okay.
So shattering is bad. Pink said you should never shatter anybody, even though the diamonds shatter people all the time. So that's, but yeah, the crystal gems wouldn't shatter the monsters. They would poof them. They would take their gems to put in a bubble. They'd put in the temple. There's this like towering room in the temple. It's full of like bubble gems. All the monsters they feed over this time, and they even at this current point in the show, they haven't figured a way to cure corruption. That's one of the big mysteries. Like, how do you uncorrupt all these gems? And they have all these friends that are like basically in purgatory. You can't. Time is sort of at a standstill when you're in a bubble, so they're not suffering. But there's a lot of fallen gems that they need to find a way to heal somehow, and they so far haven't found a way to do it. But that's where the show starts. Like at some point, Rose Quartz. I still think that Rose might actually be a gem that Pink created later.
Okay.
But that's still just a theory of mine. But anyway, Steven's mom, Pink Diamond, decided like after 5,000 years, for some reason, she fused with a human. She found Greg Universe, this this goofy like 80s music personality who was like famous in his own mind, and she fell in love with him, and they had a kid, Steven.
Right.
And Steven was actually a fusion of gems and humans. And he started out, he was like really weak, a little baby. And the first few like seasons are all about these comical adventures trying to figure out his powers.
Right.
And he's got these 3 amazing gems, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, who have these amazing powers, and he's trying to live up to them. And at first it's like comic relief. He can barely summon a weapon. And he's trying to learn, they're not telling him everything. He's trying to learn the history of this. And then you have other events like it's all fighting the monsters, right? This is cool. And then one of the monsters turns out to be a gem, like they find lapis lazuli.
Right.
And like he finds her imprisoned in this mirror and lets her out, despite the misgivings of his guardians. And it turns out she's an off and on both a friend and an adversary. It's like she has a lot of issues to deal with too, so that's like her story is like the first big mystery. It's like maybe this world is more complex, and then at some point the diamonds started returning to Earth. They apparently are using it to make something called the cluster, this massive weapon made out of all these crushed gems that they've shattered, mashed together into one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they need this as a weapon for some other purpose in the universe. It's like the gems are very militant. They have all these things like sun incinerators that aren't being used to fight the crystal gems. They're being used for other things that we still don't know about in the universe.
Okay.
But they're trying to hatch this monster on Earth, and like Steven's like, oh no, I have to do something. So they find a way to bubble the cluster so the Earth isn't destroyed. And then bit by bit, the diamonds are realizing that Rose Quartz, the person they blame for shattering Pink, is still on Earth.
Ah.
And so they're starting to get more aggressive, and Steven's having to deal with that, and also like realizing things like, I am my own mom, this is weird, and what did my mom do? Why did she even fuse with Greg? It's like none of this makes sense. He's trying to figure out who he is,
Right.
and then what his place in the universe is, and that's kind of where it is now.
Okay. I hear you. So if anybody's interested in that kind of a show, might want to start binge watching on some of that stuff. Now, kind of going into the back into the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. Now I know that they just I did watch your video, and we will be playing that during the break. Your state of the channel address, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is from what I understand, I kind of fell out of this whole theory things after the 4th game. Because the one thing that kind of really got my attention was that when they, because on FNAF 1, FNAF 2, and even I think FNAF 3, he says that, Scott came forth and he says that, everybody was getting it and everything like that. But the 4th one, I think it was the 4th one, the one with the chest, he said that nobody got even close to it. And so he was going to kind of just leave the chest locked. And so that's kind of where I fell out at it. I haven't read any of the novels or anything like that. But for all intents and purposes, it seems to me like all the theories have been kind of resolved for the most part. The question I wanted to ask you, though, is that I know that there is a FNAF movie that's being planned. Now, do you think that this movie is going to help with all this, or do you think it's one of those things where it kind of came a little too late?
Well, I would disagree with the idea that the theories have been solved, because I've seen like 5,000 different FNAF theories. Right. And there are huge disagreements about even the basic lore of the games, and I have my own cascade of what I think is canon, and other theorists like Matt might have their own. And the first what I consider like my founding video, the Color Brothers, came out like literally like 2 days before FNAF 4.
Okay.
That was like my first epic theory video I ever made, like 40 minutes long. It's about there are 2 guys that run the restaurant, and also human souls are deliberately being put in robots, and that was like all I knew at the time. I've learned so much since then, but most people, including Matt, don't even agree there are 2 guys. So
oh, really?
Its consensus is again very difficult about FNAF, but the first novel came out, like the Silver Eyes, and we're used to people are saying like there's no story, FNAF is all random, it's just these little sprites, and then this novel that took a professional writer 10 months to write comes out. It's huge. There's all sorts of detail and mystery in it. It's like maybe this is an indicator the story is deeper than anybody knew. And since then, 2 novels have come out, including The Fourth Closet, which was like 2 weeks ago. And yeah, there's a huge story there, and no one has currently deciphered all of it.
Oh, wow.
I think I have an inkling, but there are still things like I don't know, like why does Charlie have a link to Elizabeth somehow? It's like that was one of the things that floored me in the recent book, and
Right.
it makes you go back. I constantly have to go back to the early games, to the early books, reread it, and find new things that I hadn't discovered before. It's like the same thing with Steven Universe. It's built layer by layer by layer, and even if you think you've discovered something, the rabbit hole is much deeper than you or anyone else knows. And so I find it's an incredible exercise. And it pains me a bit that some people still don't believe there's a story, because I think this is one of the most complex mysteries I've ever seen. And I've been trying to endeavor to show people that with my videos over the past 3 years.
So you think the movie will definitely help boost that?
Well, it's being made by the guy who made the first 2 Harry Potter movies, Christopher
Right.
Columbus. Yeah, it's like this is an A-list director who was on an A-list project. And in the After Family Horcruxes, I point out that I think Scott is actually a Harry Potter fan. The whole idea of people splitting their souls and binding these to other objects to make backup copies of themselves, that is one of the core elements of what the Afton family was doing. And so, yeah, I think that might be a reason that Christopher Columbus likes this project. I think you're going to see a lot of interesting stuff coming out in the movies and the books and the games, etc.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have anything, Ranger?
Oh, hi, Ranger.
I'm not I'm not too into theories like Blackfoot is, I'm afraid.
Well, that's okay. I mean, but do you have any input or anything about any of it? Steven Universe,
Not-
FNAF?
Not
Like-
really. I don't watch that much of it. The only time I watch anything with FNAF on it is when you got Blackfoot's videos on here.
Yeah, I hear you.
I still haven't even played the game.
Well, the thing is
I can't get past night 2 on most of the games in terms of story and detail. I love FNAF. In terms of me physically playing it, having things trying to eat my face, it's one of the worst things anyone has ever created. It's like, why? I'm so high strung. I hate jump scares. It's like hashtag irony.
Oh, actually, that reminds me of another question I wanted to ask you. Now, I know when it came to the first game, people kind of really didn't speculate a whole lot on the deeper, as you put it, the rabbit hole on it. Do you think that? But I also remember someone saying that that the story has been constantly changing based on fan. Do you think that this was originally planned from the start, or do you
I do think it was planned from the start. Yes, the ghost posters you see in FNAF 1 reference details that are called back all the way up to FNAF 4. It's like the 4 games, 1 story.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the thing we call Golden Freddy in Game 1, which gives us a black screen jump scare, which is different from what Golden Freddy actually does in FNAF 2, I think that is Shadow Freddy. And like every time that appears, you hear the sound of a girl giggling.
Right.
And like the book said that like Michael is Golden Freddy's this boy. The thing that attacks us that still looks like a golden bear in FNAF 1 is not the same creature. It's somebody else who died in the Fredbear suit. Like whenever a soul dies in one of these robots, the ghost seems to take that form. And so you have 2 people who actually died in the Fredbear suit. You have this girl, but then you have Michael. And I believe this girl is actually the game equivalent of Charlie in the novels. And
Okay.
like I've summarizing the After Family Horcruxes is really deep, but Michael was once locked her out of the restaurant, and that led to her being stabbed.
Right.
And she's never quite forgiven him for that, so that's why he became the bite victim later. Once she possessed Fredbear, she sort of went after him, and there's a lot of like action, reaction, and but yeah, the Take Cake to the Children, which is like the earliest, at least until FNAF 6, the earliest event we see in 1972, I believe, at the original Freddy's, like when Michael Afton is the master of ceremonies, he's Freddy, he's giving the cake to the kids, but one kid is locked out of the restaurant, and you have to ask yourself, why did this happen? Why would they lock a paying customer out of the restaurant? But you have to ask all these questions. The game never gives you the questions. You have to come up with the questions and then try to find the answers.
Yeah.
But everything seems to stem from that point, all the way up to Happy Estate in FNAF 3. It's like that was the origin of Shadow Freddy back then when Charlie got stabbed. And later on, it's like Michael, who returns basically from the dead for a while after getting the puppet helps him escape from being devoured by Shadow Freddy, and he gets his own form, and he comes back and tries to save the family, and he assembles the family and gives Charlie a birthday party she never got. That's what Happiest Day is. That's when Shadow Freddy finally lets it go and says, you know what, okay, I'm moving on. And she frees other souls, and that's how the FNAF 1 through 4, I believe, ends. Since then, Scott said he's retconned the story, and he's made changes, and then released FNAF 5, FNAF 6.
Right.
But so the story probably is different now, going forward, and obviously the novels are a mere universe. So many details are flipped, and the movie, who knows what the movies are going to do. It might be a third story completely, but it does seem like parts of the story and like the family tree and such are consistent all the way up to FNAF 6. So there's definitely a continuity there. It's just that it's eluded most people.
Yeah, I can hear you. I understand that. And my vape is now officially dead.
Oh no. It's happy.
Huh?
It's happy.
It moved on. But I also have my backup, so.
I'm sorry I'm driving you to drink by trying to relay all of this.
No. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's just one of those things where it's like, I want people to get to know a little bit more about you, and personally, I've always had appreciation for theorists because of the simple fact that I actually tried my hand at trying to tackle the FNAF mysteries. You talking about throwing darts at the wall? I wasn't even hitting the wall. I wasn't even hitting the building that the walls was attached to. Okay, I was like in the next state, know.
It is the most hardcore mystery I have ever seen. It's everyone, including myself, has suffered great frustration trying to figure it out.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah,
so I can't believe it's
I definitely appreciate those who can actually put something together and then it actually makes sense with the lore of it. But like I said, though, so you think the movie will is going to actually help enhance the mystery and the lore behind FNAF, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Well, the bite victim is confirmed to be something. It's definitely an event that's going to happen in the next film.
Oh, really?
So I don't know how similar that story is going to be because Christopher Columbus is apparently writing the screenplay to the novels or the books, or how much they're going to draw from each. But yeah, so you can expect there's going to be a deep mystery there.
Well, I know that I don't like horror movies, but I think I'll make an exception for FNAF.
I don't like horror movies either. That's part of it. I've started to get an appreciation by going back and watching some of the Freddy Krueger stuff, and it's like,
oh yeah,
the thing is, horror movies fascinate people. It's like, what's going on? What is all this? And that's like that really got me in what is it, Paranormal Activity 1? Where it's just the video camera. It's like, what's happening in this room, and it's like the mystery has always fascinated me, even when like demons screaming in my face has always been like one of the worst things ever.
I hear you. Well, folks, if you have any questions for Blackfoot or for anybody, let us know in the channel, and we will pass them on, and we will see if we can answer them as best we can. Yeah, I get a question. I have a question too.
Go for it, Evilest.
Right?
Go for it.
Oh,
you have questions. I shall attempt to answer in an amusing fashion.
How would one go about taking someone's soul and putting it in an animatronic?
Well, that's what the Springlock suits do. It's like that's one of the core things that's revealed in the Night 5 phone call of FNAF 1 is the theory of living metal. It's the call out to this autobiography of a yogi book. It's like published in the 1930s. It's weird and obscure, but it says like metal has properties of a living material, just like organic flesh. So that if you made a body out of metal, it might be as alive as an organic one. And so that's what a robot basically is. It's like it's a metal body. So then if you create a bridge between like an organic human and a metal robot, which is what the Springlocks do when they pierce your flesh, then part of that person's soul would then go into the robot, part of it, not all of it. If all of it goes in if you die in the spring suit, but if you only like just get pierced by the Springlocks, it's like an equilibrium. Like you have one container of water that's full, one container of water that's empty, and they half of the water from the one goes to the empty one, so now you have 2 half full glasses of water. And so part of your soul goes into the robot, and then when you disengage the spring locks, then you have basically a person whose half of his soul is both in his organic body and the metal one.
So hypothetically, you could create an omni of these animatronics out of one person. What?
Say the last part again?
You could take one person and then infuse half, and then another half, and then the other half, and then the other half. I mean, sure. Last ones would have a fraction of a soul, but they'd still have a soul technically, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would. You're trying to find a way to make a robot army to take over the Earth, and that might actually be possible. But they might be doing that in FNAF 5, but that's like a background detail. They've been making these little mini arenas forever, and who knows where they all went. But it's like Harry Potter. You can split. There's theoretically any number of ways you can keep splitting a soul and having different copies of a person, like Voldemort. Like every Afton family member has at least one or more backup copies. Like I think Phone Guy actually had 2 animatronics, his version of Foxy and his version of Fredbear. So yeah, you could make a lot of copies of one person that way.
Of course, if you do that kind of thing, going by the Harry Potter thing, you'd have to make sure that whatever thing has the soul in it is hidden, because the instant that's destroyed, the person becomes vulnerable.
Well, that's the genius thing about the entire pizza animatronics thing. One of the spookiest lore details is that in the original Freddy's, this is the 1970s, they had robots that were capable of independent thought and movement. Which, I mean, you have a hard time finding that today. That is back then it would be Black Ops, alien technology stuff, but they had these, and they didn't let them move during the day. They're here at the pizza, theoretically designed to entertain children, but the Aftons did not let them use their higher functions when anyone else could see them. It's well, what did you make these things for? What did you rack your brain making these amazing robots for if they're just going to act mindless whenever the customers are in the building?
Right.
They must have been made for a different purpose other than just entertaining pizza goers, and that's that's what got me into thinking about the Horcruxes. They've hidden all these amazing devices in plain sight in a way that no one would ever think there was more to them, until they, of course, came alive and started killing people. But that's more of the story later.
Yep.
So, I wonder what when one of the minions could actually. No, you leave the minions alone. And my question for you is, how is it going with Backtrack? Oh, I went to the store like you said, and they're out of avocados. Really? Oh, no, it's okay, I got something for you, though. Right down here. What? Down here. I figured we could use one of those as an alternative. What in the world did you bring me? What is this? Oh, you try and gouge. Well, give me a second. Now Evilest is trying to make fractional
Horcruxes.
I have no idea what that means, so I'll take it. An orange? Well, yeah, at least that way we know that he's got, he definitely gets his right and see. Oh, for the love of Pete, are you kidding me? What else is in here? What's this? Hang on, I apologize, folks. It's kind of hard to do with one, No, Blackfoot, nobody's asking any questions yet.
Okay.
I think everybody's still trying to catch up.
Yeah. An apple?
I just started reading the chats because I've been in my own mind trying to think of interesting things to say for an hour now. So
it's all good. No, the thing is, just have fun with this. You don't have to come with long, detailed explanations or anything like that. Just have fun. I mean, we're having fun. I'm enjoying it. Is everybody else enjoying them? I hope everybody is enjoying it. Ranger?
Well, I have Asperger's syndrome, so I tend to focus narrowly on one thing. So multitasking is always a little hard for me. So I just didn't want anyone in the channel to feel ignored.
No, I can understand.
That reminds me of that one Dilbert guy. Single task Bob.
Yeah, definitely. An apple? That's my personal theory. An apple, really? Why? Well, first off, an apple is a symbol you give a teacher, so he'll probably be started that way.
Hopefully you didn't get that from an old lady looking for a gal by the name of Snow White.
No, nothing like that. And plus, what's the old expression? An apple day keeps the doctor away. Just put it in his head.
Go to sleep, Evilest, go to sleep.
Gosh, an apple? Seriously?
Evilest has got an apple in his mouth now. Maybe we should roast him.
Apple day keeps Tom Baker away.
An apple for the brain. Oh my gosh. You see what I put up with over my foot? Evilest wants to make a puree of food to replace Perseus' brain. At least he didn't bring lettuce. He's not in his lab. He better be in his lab, or I'm going to field goal kick him.
I do that every time I go to Subway. It's like, let us have lettuce. And I'm sure it's getting old at this point.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, you could always try Jimmy John's, too.
Well, they don't have Jimmy John's where I work.
Ah.
You say you do or do not?
I do not have Jimmy John's, no.
Yeah, there's no... I think there's a Jimmy John's, like, maybe 30 minutes from here. I think that's the closest one for us.
They aren't cheap, I'll give them that much. Jimmy John's ain't exactly low-price subs.
That's true. But also the, but we do have a Five Guys, and they are definitely not cheap. But, oh my gosh, they're so good.
Of course, the fact that Jimmy John's actually delivers.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The reason I was when he was mentioning Subway, I was thinking of Jimmy John's. I was just reading a news story from Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if we wanted barbecue, we could head to Omaha. Apparently, a semi that was hauling hot dogs caught fire on West Dodge.
Oh my god. I bet that's... Well, is that a terrible accident? I'm not sure. It sounds kind of tasty.
Well, it's on the new Dodge Expressway, which goes over the top of most of the streets.
Mm.
But the thing I find funny is in the foreground, the gal that was taking the video, I can see two signs, one for the FedEx office and one for Starbucks. And in the background, just past the overpass, is Burger King and Jimmy John's.
Actually, that reminds me, before we continue on with our guest. Now, Romeo in his broadcast talked about, what was the guy's name again? Hello? What was that guy's name again? One Romeo was talking about?
Mr. E?
Yeah, what was it? Joe Bob? Joe Bob Briggs. Yeah, that's a guy. Yeah, basically what we found out is actually he's not coming back. He came back for one special, and that was on Friday the 13th. But it was only for that one. And
it was a movie marathon for 24 hours.
Yeah. So that's the news about as for what Romeo was talking about earlier. So, Blackfoot.
Yes.
Where did you get thy name?
Well, it's named after the black-footed ferret. When I was in Nebraska, before ferrets were cool, Mom had this crazy idea of ordering like 2 ferrets from Denver. She thought it would make great pets, and they arrived, and no one else in the neighborhood had ever seen them before, but National Geographic had just come up with this special about, these are ferrets, and they are cool. So I'd be walking like Kermit down the street, and vehicles would slow down, stop in reverse, the word on the window and say, what is that thing? And I'd have to like show them Kermit was the name of our male ferret, and but we raised 2 of them. We had like 3 generations of them, and while I was reading up on how to take care of these ferrets, since I was the one as the kid responsible for taking care of them, even though Mom got them.
Right.
And Mom later learned she was allergic to them, so I had to be the one to take care of them after that.
Oh, jeez.
I was originally afraid of them. Like the first 2 weeks, I wasn't sure what to make of these nibbly little things, and I once locked myself in the bathroom, and then saw a horrifying Five Nights at Freddy's style as a mom started sliding Kermit's head under the door. It's like da 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 da. It's coming after me, no. But yeah, while I was reading up on them, I noticed the black-footed ferret. It was this rare animal that was they would prey on prairie dogs in the desert, and people thought they were gone. But eventually they found some more, and now they're like trying to reintroduce them to the wild and all that. And they were like the poster child for like the endangered species for a while. And I don't know, maybe I've always felt like some kind of weird mutant child, but that idea appealed to me, like being special, different, or whatever. So I when I had to come up with like a furry avatar later on, I said, you know what, I'll be a black-footed ferret. And I've always kept that.
You know, okay, to kind of illustrate my point of what I was talking about earlier about on how bad I am at theorizing stuff, I always thought that you got your Blackfoot, you got the name Blackfoot Ferret from the Blackfoot Indian tribe.
That's what everyone assumes, and I have to keep telling people no. It's like I'm half like our family is Irish English,
right?
In ancient times, and now we're just heathen Americans. So it's like no, I have no Native American blood, even though that's the first thing everyone assumes when I say I'm Blackfoot. I have to explain it's the black and white ferret thing. Yin yang face, whatever. I don't know.
I hear you. Well, folks, if you have any questions, please let us know. If you have, let's ask Blackfoot a question.
Yay! I like this game.
All right. So, if you have any questions, let him know.
Probably not too personal.
Yes, let's try to keep them somewhat unpersonal.
Brief. So I'll say that in advance.
Hey, what's up, Chili? Hey, did Evilest come down here? Yeah, why? He had like a dagger, a fruit? Yeah, why? Is there any lit? Well, we got this orange here. Why? Can I have it? For what? I want to eat something with it. Your mouth's too small. Iggy! I got it.
Look out below.
Good. Hang on. Hold on. Just balance.
Balance it, Chile. Balance it.
Balance.
Channel your inner zen and stuff.
There you go.
Do the thing. You can do the thing. I don't know who you are, but I believe in you.
Balance it and then spin it on your nose.
There we go. All right.
I don't think I've met Chile before. No. Do the thing. Do the thing.
On,
you can
do
totally do the thing. No, maybe you can't.
No, you can't.
Whoops.
Here, put it. Let's put it on your back.
Maybe like between his glasses and his nose or something. It's like 3 points of contact. Who knows?
Here we go. There we go. All right. Nope. Go on, Chili. Just hold it.
Just chill out.
All right, Chili. No, go
Let
away.
it go.
Go away.
Swayed back.
There you go. Good boy.
There we go.
All right. Cool.
It's after you.
I was wondering, why are you choking out your puppets of fruit? It was like, that's interesting.
All
and
right.
Tonight on the Evilest Art Show, we learn how to make fruit salad with puppets.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start with questions. Just for fun,
Okay.
what would you do for a Kit Kat bar?
What would I do for a Kit Kat bar? Well, they are one of the most amazing biscuit/chocolate experiences in the universe. So I would probably recite the U.S. national anthem backwards in Pig Latin and probably do it very badly.
I could see that happening.
Slushy,
Ranger.
the reason he used Kit Kat was because he doesn't like Klondike.
That's not true. I do
Oh
like
man, you like Klondike?
Okay, which do you prefer, Klondike or do you like a Klondike or do you like Kit Kat better?
I would actually use both of them together. One is like the warm experience, one of them is the cold experience. Together, they are more. They're a fusion.
Okay, but
And
you can
see, when you ever see this as anything, fusions are cooler than the regular thing.
that's very true. I agree with you on that. But you can only pick one.
Man.
You are given a genie. A genie pops out, And he
Why are
says,
you tormenting me like this?
because we can. Okay, so a genie pops out and he says you must pick one or the other. And whichever one you do not pick will disappear from existence forever. You have to pick
You're asking
one.
me which favorite candy I want to destroy forever?
Exactly.
And I can't like do something like a jelly beans or whatnot. Okay. All right, I will pick the I'll pick the Kit Kat.
Oh, my poor Kit Kats.
No, I saved the Kit Kat and make the Klondike bar go away.
Oh, okay. I'll work with that.
Because the Kit Kat is vaguely more furry, I suppose.
Uh-oh. I think Jordan's going to be mad at you now.
You know, I can actually.
This is a lose for everybody, guys. This is nerd violence.
Now I'm going to have to see if I can do this. I remember watching something about making an ice cream cake.
Yeah.
And one of the tricks was actually putting some candy in between the filling for what Carla Hall did for an ice cream cake.
Right.
She did it the easy way. She did it with the ice cream sandwiches. She put one layer of those. Then she put peanut butter and kind of like a peanut butter fluff using whipped cream and peanut butter mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
Then she put a candy bar in between. I think she used like Snickers or something like that. Crushed it and then put it in between and then put more fluff over it. Then the next layer of ice cream sandwiches and just made an ice cream cake that way.
All of the things. All of the things.
All of them.
Could probably do that with Kit Kats, Butterfinger.
Okay, Secret wants to know, will it do all the verses?
Well, what?
Will it be all the verses of the national anthem, sung backwards badly? In Pig Latin.
It's I can't actually do that, so I would say a bunch of random words and say it was, and until it became comically obvious that I was getting it wrong.
Okay.
But sure, why not?
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right.
So basically, you pulled the Trump move.
All right, Ranger, you're up.
Honestly, I can't think of any questions to ask him. I'm just enjoying listening to you. You give him all the trouble.
My goodness.
Actually, what actually got you started in going through theories, Blackfoot?
Well, natural curiosity, I guess. I've always I guess I've always liked mysteries. When I read the first Harry Potter novels, I kept getting stumped because she's actually J.K. Rowling's secret power is that she's a great mystery writer. And so every book would have a mystery in it, and then there was like this meta mystery, like why does Dumbledore trust Snape? And one of my aspects of pride was I actually did figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Snape was in love with Harry's mother, and I did call that before the seventh book came out, so I felt good about that, even though she stumped me with every other little thing that came out before that. It was like it's always the challenge, I guess, to put things together and reach a greater understanding.
All right, sounds good. Slushy is asking, how many conventions have you gone to?
Not that many. I went to one Anthrocon because I wanted to see what Anthrocon was like. Mm-hmm. And thankfully it was when I got to see Kagi and 2 on stage together, along with Fox Amore, which was like amazing. The three of those guys made improvisational musical comedy, which is something I didn't think existed before then.
Which one was it?
What?
Which one?
It was a couple years ago, before all the recent drama and all that. But I've went to I think 5 further confusions. I live in the Portland, Oregon area, so I've gone to a couple Furlandias. Oregon, yes.
If you couldn't figure it out, that's where Jordan's from.
I'm originally an Oregonian.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's where we're trying to head back to.
From the Rogue Valley area.
Okay. I'm north of that. I'm in the Vancouver area. Ever played the game Oregon Trail? It's remember the Oregon Trail, except this is the zombie version on Steam. Yeah, the goal is to get here because this is a great place. Everything else is a nuclear wasteland, but the Pacific Northwest is pretty cool.
Sounds like Fallout.
Yeah.
It's like you have a station wagon and you...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I said the only part of Oregon that I want to avoid is the Portland metropolitan area.
Ah. That's like the one part I have access to most of the time. Well, except the story. I did go to see the Goonies house once, and that's great.
All right. Anyway, what you were saying though about further confusion?
Yeah, I went to a couple further confusions. That was the first one I ever went to. Kosha dragged me there a long time ago. It was like a chat friend from way back, and he's one of the people who helped me break out of my shell a little bit and go to this crazy thing, which I had no idea what I was getting myself into at the time. I was super introverted. It was like, these people are in Fursuits. I'm totally not comfortable with this. And it's like, but I eventually it grew on me.
Oh, good. I'm glad you were able to get out there and mingle, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, do you have any future theory things coming up? Because you're already covering FNAF, you're covering Steven Universe. Do you have another series that you're trying to that you're thinking about jumping into?
Well, I've had 4 Undertale theories buried in my brain for about a year now, so I'm definitely going to try to get those out this year.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've announced the first one, like Azrael Dreamer has 2 souls. That's going to be my next video after the After the Family Horcruxes. It's on the banner in my channel and everything. And
Okay. Cool. All right. Slushy says, "One of us, one of us." Google
yes,
gobble.
I am one of you.
Google gobble. Google gobble.
I'd totally do that.
What?
I love that clip. The whole like the we accept you're one of us. We accept you're one of us. It's like from the what is the name of that movie? Freaks.
Freaks.
You know?
Yep.
It turns out the freaks are the nice people and the beautiful people and the horrible things. And for its time, that was a really progressive movie.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Very few people have seen that movie. They remember
I think
that.
it's on YouTube. Actually, I think you can see it for free.
Oh yeah. And then that's the thing is that you got all these great movies that are actually out there, and all you have to do is just look for them, and you'd be surprised what you can find. As a matter of fact, I probably scarred a good number of our audience here not too long ago because I played the trailer for Meet the Feebles, and you can go to YouTube there and watch Meet the Feebles.
It's
And,
actually on YouTube.
yeah, just go to YouTube and search for it.
I rented it. Okay.
It is
It is an amazing film.
It's an interesting movie. I watched it and it was one of those things where it's like the story didn't really grab me that much, but just I don't know. It was just something about it. I guess it was just the absurdity of puppets behaving in such fashions is what kind of got to me. I don't know.
It was like Peter Jackson's like early opus. It's like before Lord of the Rings, before all that, he made Meet the Feebles, and that was the thing. You could actually tell there's a lot of talent that goes into the film. They could have made any movie in the universe they chose specifically to make this one.
Right.
That's the funniest thing about it. But it's amazingly character driven. Actually, when the hippo was starting to blow everyone away with a machine gun at the end, I was on the edge of my seat thinking, "Don't hurt the worm. Don't hurt the worm. I want the worm to survive this." And it's like I can't believe how invested I got.
I just kept on thinking that poor baby. That was my thing about it. And then eventually at the end there, the elephant kind of risked his life to save it.
Yeah, it was a movie of heroism and a lot of disgusting things. It was great.
Absolutely. So if you want to be mentally scarred, please go check out Meet the Feebles.
I still have to see Pink Flamingos too. It's like I never saw it because I thought one day I might take the challenge in the Funny Papa Show, but now that's no longer a thing. It's like I should figure out what they were tormenting people with all those times.
I watched the clip. I'll say that much. I did watch the clip, and I actually even ate chocolate ice cream while I watched the clip, and I did not throw up or anything like that.
Hardcore.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I can keep in my brain separate from what I'm seeing compared to what I'm eating. I'm not one of those people who actually gets sick when if I'm eating something, I'm like, "Oh, this is really good. What is it? Oh, it's calf brains. Good at calf brains."
What?
It just for some reason it just does not click in my brain. I don't know why.
It would click in my brain excessively to the point where I started punching myself in the face. So, okay.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, let's
Chill
see.
Monkey Brains, Temple of Doom, great.
All right. Let me think here.
I think the thing would get me would be the live snakes that they were eating.
What?
Yeah, you remember when they slit that python open?
I may have blocked it out of my brain. But okay.
There was live baby snakes in that one on the Temple of Doom.
Wait, what? I do not remember that. Oh, God.
Yep. During the meal section, they had the bugs, they had the monkey's brains, they had the eyeball soup.
These were the bad people, weren't they? These were the people that we're not supposed to like. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And
How's it going, Dipper?
They had a roasted snake with live baby snakes in her abdomen.
That's a horror I have never experienced before. That's actually really. Oh my god.
See, now that's interesting because I just remember the monkey brains. I don't remember any of the other part.
And I actually grew up watching Indiana Jones. Of course, most kids in the 80s did.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I was able to remember it because I loved watching the part next when he found the way down into the pit by grabbing that statue's chest.
Wow.
And the gallows was like, I'm right here. It's like, whoop. Never mind.
A little 80s gratuitiveness there, so yeah.
There you go. There you go. Delios remembers all the Indiana Jones movies as well. Oh, and so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start handing out the props for our cast. But before we do that, Delios, you might be interested in this. I have something that belongs to you.
Before you go on, I want to throw this in here for Delios. I know we've said it before, but I am looking forward to the next Indiana Jones movie.
What's the next one?
The next one is where he's supposedly supposed to pass the hat.
Well, he was supposed to pass the hat in the original, in the fourth one anyway, but...
Yeah, in the Crystal Skulls he was supposed to, but they had him keep it. And from what I've heard, Being Saved did the part where Harrison Ford was in the last Star Wars. They're going to do another Indiana Jones movie with him in it passing the hat to another student. Kind of like where Luke Skywalker was teaching another student about the Force.
Right.
So...
I'll enjoy the film as long as they put time to make the script good. I really want them to get the story right instead of making it something throwaway.
Yeah, I mean, that's been my biggest things is with the Star Wars movie. I finally got a chance to watch The Force Awakens, or The Last Jedi, and, you know, I understand it's for a new generation. It's not supposed to be for our generation, the ones who grew up with the original Star Wars, but, you know, what's happening with the original cast kind of really bothers me a little bit.
Well, they kind of had to do that since the original cast is going to disappear soon anyway. So I think they're deciding to be ahead of that curve.
Yeah.
But I actually like the new Star Wars movie. This is a guy who is totally into Trek, who knows this is blasphemy even as he says it. But I think they're actually doing something cool with the new Star Wars films. I think Finn will be the Mandalore.
Yeah.
He's not. That's one of my big theories.
Yeah, I remember you posting about that one. As a matter of fact, we even played that one on the show here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to where they're leading the new cast, but you know the fact that they've already confirmed that oh crap, what's his name? Lando. Right.
Oh, I can't remember the actor's name. Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, he's a big star too. The only thing is I did have an opportunity to meet him. Well, I would have if he hadn't canceled because the line wasn't long enough for him. But thank you, Billy D. Williams. Thank you,
great.
Secret. I could not. Yeah, he can't. There was a big long line waiting to meet him. Well, apparently the line wasn't long enough, so he canceled the whole affair. I was like, "Are you serious? I waited in line there to meet him for this." Really?
Yeah, that's totally not cool.
Yeah. But anyway, though, Delios, I have something for you. So as soon as I can get to the post office, I will be shipping it off. I don't know if
It's
he wants
just a
me to open it on the
mysterious thing. You're
show.
going to say what's in the thing?
What's that?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
That's up to Delios. If he wants me to show it on the show, I have no problem with that. But it is his, and he has final say over it. If he has no problem with me opening it, I will open it. But yeah, Billy D. Williams has been confirmed to return as Lando, and I actually saw this. Someone posted a picture of this Grim Reaper with a Mickey Mouse mask knocking on Lando Calrissian's door, with the other two doors of Luke and Han there opened up there and blood dripping out of them.
Well, Lando might be too cool to die. Maybe he's an android or something. Who knows?
I don't know. As a matter of fact, me and Steele were actually talking about this. At least I think it was Steele. But we were talking about on how all these characters are passing on and everything like that. It's just like we mentioned about R2D2, and I said I don't think R2 is going to make it through the new series. So that's my theory. And I'm wearing shorts.
They have no reason. They could always replace the guy in the can, so there's no real reason that R2 would have to die. We never even know what his voice sounds like. It's always a series of clicks. But
yeah, true.
They already have like his understudy for him with BB-8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just it. BB-8's already his replacement, so...
Well, they're doing a fine line. They're actually doing a good job of honoring the old cast while also bringing in the new cast. And with the part where BB-8 helped complete R2-D2's map, it was like, they're not belittling R2-D2, we're just saying this new guy is cool too. And I actually thought that was really well done.
Yeah, the thing is I was very hesitant in watching it because I kept on hearing about, oh, it's horrible and everything like that. And I watched it and I was like, this really isn't that bad. I don't see what everybody was up in arms about.
Yeah, I really liked The Force Awakens, and I actually like the new one too, even though it's definitely going to challenge people's perceptions of what Star Wars is.
Well, it's like I've told people, this is not our Star Wars. You've got to remember that this is meant for another audience. This is us. Okay, our Star Wars ended on Endor, with everybody living happily ever after. Okay, their Star Wars is picking up from that. Okay, let them have their Star Wars. We had ours. Why can't they have theirs?
Well, there was the Old Republic and the 50-some novels of the extended universe too, but you're right. Endor. Let's end it at the furry people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Delius is saying to reveal it, so that means I got to find a box to put it in. All right, so let's see what we got here. Jim made me weak.
Come on, you can do the thing. Channel the positive energy. Bring in Evilest. Have him use a knife or something. Yay!
Yay!
Chest burster.
I made it.
Run.
Another bag? I can open another bag. Okay, here we go. Hulk smash!
Well, he's getting his second workout for today, folks.
This time on
another
chest and
shoulders.
Alien. Resurrection.
Nine.
So cute. Talking your deep voice for no reason. What?
Well, he's opening that thing up. I did find the information, and Steven Spielberg and Harrison have announced the 5th Indiana Jones. But from what it sounds like is they might be looking at using Chris Pratt as possibly the person to take over the Indiana role.
Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also saying they're not going to call him Indiana Jones. They're going to give him another name. Montana
Williams.
Probably Junior.
Sure, why not?
Maybe they'll call him Junior because I remember in the 4th one where Henry Jones went, Henry Jones Jr.
Yep.
And pointed at Indiana.
All right. Well,
as someone who's named into the numeral 4, I hope kids get their own names instead of just getting recycled names from their parents. But all right, Junior, why not?
Yeah, why not? All right, hang on, sir. Oh my gosh, this is a tight fit.
I'm just hoping they use something better than crystal alien skulls for the next movie.
Yeah,
like
I think
they
that's
did in
what,
the last one.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of bothered me with the 4th one was because it's like they just really were pushing for a storyline. Oh wow, Delios, good luck trying to get your hand in here. Oh my gosh, look at the size of the mouth. That is the smallest mouth. Hello. Hello, I am a roo.
Opera singer. We
named a dog Indiana.
Jones.
I love that dog. There we go. We'll go like this. You know. The funny thing is that Jordan pointed out this is like it's not a kangaroo, it's a wallaby.
Okay.
And I'm like, Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
Rocco's Modern Life.
So not Tank Girl. Okay.
What?
So not Tank Girl. Okay.
No. Oh
People's
my God.
brains
Doesn't
are
have-
exploding on panel.
I was going to say it doesn't have missiles in a certain place.
I will not be putting my hand back in there because if I do, I'm probably going to end up ripping anything, and I don't want to have to buy him another one. But Delios, this is your puppet.
Yay.
All right. So we'll put him over here for right now, and we will get him out as soon as we possibly can. And let's see, it is 7:53, which means it is time for our mid-show break, and I don't know why I'm singing this, but I am.
I don't know why I'm saying this either, but do we really need an excuse? Because somebody stopped me.
No, please,
I'll
you're
blame
doing good by
Romeo.
yourself.
Okay.
I'm just gonna blame Romeo.
Is that what it is? It's all Romeo's fault.
Well, he's the music rabbit.
Mm-hmm. He's a DJ bunny.
But yeah, I gotta ask, which one out of the Indiana Jones movies? We know our least favorite one was Crystal Skulls.
Right.
But which one was your two's favorite out of the Indiana Jones movies?
Well, the first one is like the most honest line in any movie that's ever existed. It's like the part where they have the plane with the propellers that's going around, and the Nazis get chopped up, and one of them, it's like, oh, gross. And like Indy goes and talks to the girl. I don't even remember what her name is again. It's like she asks him, "What's the plan?" And he says, "I don't know. I'm making this up as I go." And it's like, yeah, that's exactly what Lucas is doing right now. He's just having all these action scenes and hoping it's coherent. It's like, yeah.
Well, the thing. Okay, real quick. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but when someone does that, it kind of it just makes me want to like, no, that's not what it was. Is that as the Germans were driving away with the Ark, Saul, his friend, who'd helped him get out of the Well of Souls, he says, he says, you two go do this. I'm going after that truck. How? I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. And then he rides off with the horse.
I guess you use that line again. Okay, cool.
I'm sorry. When I get a scene stuck in my brain, I can't get it out. I just the way I am.
I think mine was had to be The Last Crusade, because I loved Sean Connery's part in it.
He did do a good job in that. Well, for me,
You got to admit that would be interesting, finding the Holy Grail and who's sitting there guarding it? One of the last Templars.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be someone to talk to for a few weeks?
Definitely.
That's why James Bond is immortal. It's like he was just drinking from the cup the whole time.
There you go. For me, I would say that my favorite was probably, I have to go with Blackfoot on that. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark was probably my favorite one. I couldn't get into the Temple of Doom. It's just something about it. I just never got into it. And the third one was good, but if I had to pick between the two, I'd probably pick Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I do love that Data from the Goonies was in the second movie. That's like the thing that made it for me. But yeah, it was mostly like chilled monkey brains, and that's like really what I remember.
Yeah.
And now I remember the baby snakes too. So thanks for that, Ranger.
Yeah, for me, it had to be out of that one. The worst part was the blood of Kali. Some kind of a drug that could actually put you into a nightmare state. That stuff always gives me a quick jump.
The only scene of Temple of Doom that triggers in my brain is when they were trying to get out of the spike room, and they had to get that girl to reach her hand into that thing that had like all the worms or bugs in it. And,
literally 5 million insects.
Yeah, and he's just like looking through the hole, and he goes, "We are going to die." And he gives like this big old sad face the entire time. That's the only thing of Temple Doom I remember that was priceless to me.
Well, centipedes are pretty scary.
Yeah, true.
The thing that got me was she was scared of a walking stick.
Willie, that was her
broken
name.
nail.
All right, well, folks, we're going to go and take our mid-show break, and we guess we'll catch you all on the other side.
All right, we'll mute on our end.
Mute.
See you on the other side. Again, unnecessarily deep voiced.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed our little break. I know I did, and my bladder did too.
TMI.
TMI.
Really? Come on. I'm trying to cut jokes here. Come on. What, you think joking is easy? Come on. They don't just fall out of my rear end here. Well,
That's when I bring out the blanket.
yeah, exactly.
Well, it's good to have someone watching your back.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I'm not dead this week. So yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that thing about the battery, I was like, ew. Yeah. So, public service announcement: get rid of your batteries.
Well, the old ones.
The old ones, not the.
I have no idea how long that flashlight was up there, but we knew it was there when it caught fire. So. Right next to some old tax forms that have been shoveled up there for months, it seems.
Yep. But anyway, so what shall we get into? What do we want to do next? If you guys are into it, I guess we can do you guys want to do Mad Lib?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let me dig in here.
That's the thing we do in the show, so it's like, okay.
If I can find it. There it is.
Any excuse to talk in a deep David Hayter voice.
Well, you think you're the only one who could talk like that? I could talk like that too,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's the drama. It's just, it hurts.
Yes.
Or something. I don't know why, but it hurts.
It makes you sound mad. Very mad.
WWE, which should be WWF, except for the damn ducks of the World Wildlife Federation. Hulk Hogan defeated by a duck, man. It was a bad day.
It was a bad day.
You should do your Macho Man.
Very good.
Wrong one.
Kind of lame with that. But thank you for the compliment, nonetheless. See, I got stretched now, and my muscles are going, come on, no, don't do this. And we're going to make you pain. I'm like, oh, no, don't make me pain. All right, I want to see where we can go with a Mad Lib. I'm singing again like Pac-Man. Yeah, sometimes I kind of wonder if my life has actually been programmed by Disney, because once in a while, as you guys can tell, I break out into song, just like a Disney flick.
See, is there any way to watch old episodes of the show here?
Of this show?
Yep.
Yeah, just go to the website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can just go to the website there and go to watch the show, and they'll have links to all the past shows for at least season 2.
Okay.
Season 1 was more of a just, let's try this and see if it works kind of thing. So there really wasn't any recordings of them or anything like that. But season 2, since we started that, yeah. I mean, we almost lost episode 1 of season 2, though. But fortunately, Dougal was able to revise it was able to recover it. So we do have that one as well. So, oh, geez. This is the perfect one for Yappy. Okay. So let's get started here. We need 1 and 2. Just 2 nouns. 2 nouns, that's all we need. Wow. So give me 2 nouns, folks. And the way we're going to do this is we are going to split this up. Okay, well, there's 1 from the channel and 1 from our guest, if he would not mind.
Noun, person, place, or thing.
Mm-hmm.
Saskatchewan. Or is that too much of a proper name?
That's a heck of a long name to spell.
It was a suggestion. Okay.
Province of Canada.
How do you spell that?
I don't actually know.
Very carefully.
Saskatchewan.
I don't know how to spell it. I'll just make it sound like it. How's that?
I went to Expo 86 in Canada, and it was like, that was a word I heard while I was up there. It was like, this is part of Canada. Cool.
There you go. All right. So now we need 1, 2. We need 2 plural nouns. And since we already have ping pong, well, Slushy already suggested the cowboy, so we'll go ahead and let's see. I have seen AMG batteries bust, but can't cause a fire, just acid leaks. And he says just as dragons. Okay, dragons. Do you guys have one or no? If not, we'll go back. We're going to go back to the channel.
I think my brain's getting discharged, so you might want to take the channel.
Okay, so
Yeah,
back
same
to
here.
Okay, well, let's see. We got sodas and farts. Let's Slushy. Since Slushy already got one, we're going to go with the Delios. Very fitting for tonight's Mad Lib. All right, we need a place. Give me one place. See, now that would have been perfect for Saskatchewan. Yappy so. Come on.
Sure, Asgard is great. Let's go to mythical Norse Canada.
Asgard.
Kathmandu. All right. Since we never get one from Jordan, we're going to go with that one. Kathmandu. All right. And oh geez. All right. Let's do this. We need 3 parts of the body.
What rating is suggested for these terms?
Well, the show
PG.
is we try to keep it PG, but the show is rated NA or NR because it is audience participated, and we don't control what the audience says. Okay, so
I remember, like, the game A Hat in Time, they actually have a Mad Libs part of it where the crows ask you different inputs, and you can actually get an achievement if you put in a swear word. So it's like the achievement is like, why? Why? This is a kid-friendly thing.
Okay, so we got butt and bum, so there's one. And we'll just go with the more softer side of saying bum. Okay, and of course we got paw. One more. Do you have one?
You got one there, Blackfoot?
Esophagus.
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 Yes, plural. It's getting disturbia.
Esophagus.
That'd be somebody interesting to have on our show, too.
Who's that?
Esophagus.
Esophagus?
Ah, yeah. A little Popeye character.
Okay, now I need a part of the body plural. And since she put in feet, we'll go with that one. Oh no, we need 2 of them. Two parts of the body plural. So feet is
Fist.
1.
Fist for the other one.
What for the other one?
Fist.
Fists?
Fist.
Fists? Feasts?
It went to one end, I go to the other.
Feasts. All right. Now we need a verb ending in ing. A verb ending in ing.
Twerking.
Go, why not? Forking.
I exist to cause torment.
Yes. All right. Now we need an adjective. And this one will go to the channel.
Gotta just see Yappy farting while he's twerking.
Oh, I don't want that mental image in my head.
I know, better than JR.
Now I have the canon chorus from the 1812 overture. Duh, that's not. Bum, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba.
Okay, we got stinky. All right. Now we need an adverb. Adverb. It's like a verb except
Right.
you add to it.
I'm drawing a blank.
So the thing is, I'm not like Sonic. I don't know exactly what an adverb actually is. I'm trying to remember.
Neither do I. It's like I have an English teacher from Mom. I've kind of blocked that part out of my brain. I go with Winston Churchill. It's a dull man that can only find one way to spell a word.
Mm-hmm. Crazily? Is that an adverb? Okay, you know what? We're gonna. What the heck is an adverb, computer? Google. A word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other adverb or word group, expressing a relation of place, time, circumstance, manner, cause, degree, etc. Gently, quietly, then, there. Swimmingly. Okay, that works. Swimmingly. You know, and here's the funny thing. When it comes to that definition, my teacher always yelled at us saying you can't use a word you can't describe a word using that word. All right, and we also need a color. Give me a color.
How about electric blue?
Oh, okay,
Barbara?
with that.
I heard
Electric blue.
Electric Bugaloo.
Electric Bubbaloo? Is that a color? Electric Bubbaloo?
Electric blue.
Electric Blue.
Every sequel in the universe must be Electric Bugaloo because that's what Breaking 2 did.
That sounds
We're gonna save everything from Slushy's color.
Electric.
Try to.
I've never actually seen Breaking 2. I just know Electric Bugaloo. It's like that's enough for me.
I'm just going to put down Electric Baba Blue. Oh, I'm
Sounds
missing
like
one.
you're saying electric Baloo, like Baloo the bear's gone electric.
Baloo.
Okay, I need one more adjective. I missed one.
The blue ball syndrome.
Baba Blue. Baba Bluey. Don't sue me, Howard Stern.
Howard Stern isn't everywhere.
Slushy's gone fluffy.
Fluffy. Sounds good to me. Alright.
Fluffy slushy.
Well, too late. We already
That
filled
can't
it
be
in.
good for diet.
Alright. Like I said, this is perfect for Yappy because this one is entitled, Why Do Skunks Smell? But you know what?
Ooh.
We're going to cross that out. Why does Yappy smell? Okay. Oh, well, I got to go in here. I'm going to change.
Because he has a nose.
I'm going to change every skunk in here reference to Yappy because we like Yappy.
It's too bad Tony Ringtail ain't in here. He'd laugh at this. You know what? I'm going to see if he's still in the room.
Okay, give me a second here. I got to cross out all these skunks and replace it with Yappy. Make sure I'm not missing one. Oh, here's one. Okay, I think I got them all.
Ranger, is your piece glowing like Tron?
You did what?
Say again?
I wonder if I'm
Oh,
looking at
you-
Ranger.
You mean the headphones?
Yeah.
They come like this. It just shows that the power's on for some reason.
Okay, I was getting like a Tron Legacy thing vibe from that. That's cool.
Actually, he's
Carry on.
Borg. That's why he's way over there because he tried to assimilate me, so I sent him to Nebraska. So. Okay, why does Yappy smell? Surprisingly, a Yappy is a friendly cowboy who can make a fluffy household pet.
Of course. It's just nothing new.
But what makes these farts smell to high Kathmandu? The Yappy has scent dragons that contain a stinky, smelly fluid.
Green dragons, apparently.
Yeah. When attacked, the Yappy aims his smelly Saskatchewan at its enemies. But the Yappy does give warning before forking.
Until imagery damaging.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It raises its bum first or stamps its feet. So you can run away as fast as your fists can carry you. The most swimmingly recognizable Yappy is the electric Baba Blue on its esophagus and other ones between its paws and its ears. Aww. And that's why Yappy smells.
He's got gas dragons.
He's got gas dragons. That's exactly why he smells.
This is how new D&D monsters are created.
Mm-hmm. They'll be in the next upload. Or the next patch. Now, the thing is that now, normally for our last video break, we usually kind of wait till near the end of the show. But because this was actually a submission from Steelwolf, who was kind enough to give us his recording of the 2018 AC Parade. So when the time comes, we will be going through that. But for right
Another
now...
reaction one?
Huh?
Another one where we react to it, or one where,
Yeah.
where we mute?
Yeah, we can react to it.
MSC3K, yay.
Yeah! Yep, we'll do it just like we did last week. But for right now, like I said, we did get some new props for our cast. And so we are going to go ahead and hand them out as soon as we can get... excuse me. As soon as we can get Feather up here. Feather, where are you, Feather? She's always hiding from me. Hi. I didn't say anything. If you guys haven't noticed, she finally now has her bandana on. You like it? We still need to get your little feather thing on the side. Yeah.
Is she a ninja?
She is a master of fish foo, one of the last.
Ah. It was nice to meet your acquaintance as your face is filling the screen as I watch.
Just be careful. Be very careful around her.
Hi, Feather.
All right. Anyway, Feather. As an assassin, you have been without your weapon for a long time, correct? We have your weapon. So, enjoy.
Fish of death.
Swordfish.
Ah.
Enjoy. Don't stab me with it.
Somebody's going to get the point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
All right.
And Slushy has a crush on Feather.
Yeah, I see that. All right, next is Father Time. Father, oh Father, where the heck are you, Father? Where is the Father? I do not know. Where's he?
I need an old priest and a young priest.
What do you need it for? Will you guys stop sneaking up on me? Oh, sorry.
I give Father 10 points.
Oh, thank you. That's more points than I ever had. Anyway, you have been without your cross. That's true. And we still need to get your collar. You're gonna need a collar. Well, yeah, you kind of need one. But for right now, we have your cross, so we are going to go ahead and get that on you. There we go. You are all set. Oh, hang on a second. Raise your, yeah, there you go. Get your ear out of there. There you go. Oh no, it look like a priest. And unfortunately, that's pretty much all we got for right now. But we did get a few things, and what do you think? I like it. What do you guys think?
Righteous.
Good on him.
Thank you. I hope they like it. I like it. What if they don't? Then I'd be sad. Oh, don't be sad. Oh, did they like it?
Slushy likes it.
Oh, Slushy likes it. Oh, God, there you go. There you go. Secret is saying doot. Boot? Oh, boot. Boot.
I think he wants to boot somebody's nose.
Why would you boot someone's nose?
Why doesn't he have eyeballs? That's creepy.
What?
Where are your eyeballs?
Behind my glasses.
Okay.
At least I hope they are. No wonder they can't see.
Oh, you remember Blackfoot? We couldn't see Ezra's either.
That's well, I guess you're right.
At least we can tell where Father's is. He's wearing those glasses.
At least that's the last place I told him.
What?
Alright, well, I hope you enjoy your cross, and we will get you your collar here as soon as we can. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. Well, you've been a good cast member, and we like doing nice things for nice cast members. You gave Heather a sword. She kind of needs one. Or? Evilest? Yeah, I can see that, I can see that. Alright, You need anything else? Oh, no, I'm fine, Okay. Alright.
It's good having him up here.
I'll take you.
Oh, Blackfoot.
Yes.
I got a mystery for you to solve.
Oh,
Okay.
I like new cities.
During the main break, I was trying to figure this out. I read a news story where someone sued the Johnson & Johnson plant, the ones that make the baby powder and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because for some reason they figured that the talcum powder they put in the baby powder gave them all ovarian cancer.
I haven't researched this story myself, so people tend to jump to a lot of things, like the whole thing like vaccines causing autism is still a thing for some reason, even though the study has been thoroughly debunked by multiple people. So people sometimes look for an excuse to sue.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the judge actually allowed it to go through and actually paid the people off.
Yeah. Justice is blind. Sometimes it bashes face first into a wall. It's like it's just part of life, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like me, and
Somehow I think you'd miss the wall a little bit further than Justice does nowadays.
yeah, maybe. Depends on how it works. After I spin around a few times and you point me in the right direction, oh yeah, hit that wall. Yeah, maybe that's how it is. They just keep spinning the quartz and then they just shut it off. See what hits. So, anyways, though, I'm kind of drawing a blank right now. Did it hurt? Huh? You said you drew a blank. What does it look like? Huh?
That's a way to wreck your brain.
we could try something a story out of random adverbs.
Now that would be interesting.
What color is it? What color is what? The blank. Oh, I mean, is it red? Is it blue? Is it dark blue? Okay, what? Does anybody know what the heck is... What am I missing here?
I have no idea what's
I
happening.
don't either.
Well, you're the artist. You're supposed to be able to draw a blank.
But how does one draw nothingness in essence? Is the white page itself that horrifies? Oh.
That was the whole joke.
Gotcha.
Good one, Father.
Thank you.
Good one, Father. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm practicing different random voices.
Hey, you sound good.
Thank you.
Now do something from the Middle East.
I thought it kind of was. I guess this is India, isn't it? Though India, guy who stubbed his toe in New York. I don't know. Middle East. I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I can do English. I mean, I'm good with the English. I'm horrible with English accent, actually. But at least after watching Monty Python, I can sometimes at least be identified as such. But Cheerio, Tally had lots of breakfast cereals. On the Middle East, that's more of a tribulation. I've not that familiar with. Give me an example of Middle Eastern accent.
Yeah. You're asking me to do. I was asking you.
I need inspiration. My brain is drawing.
Yeah, I could do
right
one. I would do one. What about you? You're pretty good with voices. Me?
How about a Spanish accent?
Oh, I took several years of Spanish too. I just forgotten like literally all of it. It was like in high school and college, and no hablo, yo hablo un poco de español. I speak a little Spanish. That's like almost virtually everything that I know. It's like, ugh.
Well, at least you seem to retain more than I learned from my French class.
Okay, I need to think of what is it, not Inside Out, what is it, Coco. I need to think of Coco the movie. How did people speak in Coco?
I haven't seen it. Have you?
You
I
haven't
usually
seen
think
Coco?
of Antonio Banderas
Oh, dude,
for
Coco
Spanish.
is one of the most amazing movies ever. It's like, you gotta...
Yeah, that's what people keep saying, and I do want to watch it. It's just that, again, time.
It's Pixar at its best. I don't want to spoil anything about it. It's expertly done.
Yeah, anyway, I'll go ahead and cut you guys loose. You guys have a good evening. Okay.
You too, Father.
All right. Well, anyway, though, that's the props that we've gotten so far. We're still working on getting a few more things together. We've got. I'm working on building a new outfit for Bocephus. That reminds me, where is Bocephus? I haven't seen him in a long time.
You said they were hitchhiking down south. I don't think they'd make it back by now.
Oh, that's right.
Usually when you mention a character's name, they mysteriously show up. So if you said it a few more times, you might be there.
It's all...
Say Bocephus 3 times, like out of
Beetlejuice.
Candyman or something.
Beetlejuice.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's write. Bocephus. Martian.
Bocephus.
Should try Dark Ice.
Dark Ice.
Try Dark Ice. He's the evil one. The other evil one.
Dark Ice.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
I don't know.
They must be still busy with those truckers.
Good night, everyone. Oh my. So, do we have any other questions for Blackfoot, folks? Any questions?
It can be random but not related to anything we've actually talked about.
Exactly.
Anything that would stimulate the mind.
So you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to find...
What is something you should never do for a Klondike bar?
There you go.
Jump off a bridge.
Yes.
We're going to have a little fun here.
Try to milk a badger.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Okay, random question.
I'm glad I asked this question. Okay.
Okay, I found a random question generator here. Okay, so
Oh, nice.
Since our audience apparently has no questions, we're going to go ahead and use this then. What is your favorite ice cream?
I'm being questioned by Siri. Nice. I like it's a toss-up mint chocolate chip or, well, does Ben and Jerry's count because each one is basically like 7 different flavors? But I like the one where it's like the, what's the one with marshmallows in it? Oh, I can't even remember.
Rocky
that
Road?
one.
Chunky Monkey?
It's a
Fluffernutter?
It's like the kitchen sink or something. I know it by sight, but I can't remember the name of the thing. It's like it's got a caramel, it's got white vanilla chocolate. It's like everything they had left over they put together into one thing. I'm just gonna say Ben and Jerry's because it is itself a separate concept from a reality.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. Next question: What would you want your last words to be? Ooh, gruesome.
Well, my last word should be. I'd probably interrupt in the middle of a sentence as I wouldn't be actually anticipating it. I'd probably like hit me a frying pan in the back of the head, but my last words would be something profound that would echo throughout the ages, like, "Oh shit, what is that thing?"
Oh, here, well, we can do this here. I have a sound clip that we can use. Give me a second here. Okay, so let's try this here. Give me 1 second to cue it up. So go ahead and start saying something.
What is that thing?
That was his last words, folks.
Insert creepy music in the background. This footage was later found, and this is all that remains. I'm talking in this deep voice because it makes it spookier. Is it working? Good.
Yes. Next question. Oh, jeez.
What is the worst thing about my gender?
Well, we did want random questions.
Well, I'm happily straight, but people think that I should act super assertive and manly, and I'm not usually that confident. So, I guess I hate gender stereotypes in general.
Okay.
I think it's more important to be real than masculine or feminine.
All right. Well, then that's a reasonable answer. That's a reasonable answer. All right. Next one here. What is one thing that you cannot live without?
Oxygen.
That's true.
Oxygen. You mean philosophical or like literal? Friendship.
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 Da
Friendship.
da 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 da. Yay.
Blackfoot wins. Friendship. Friendship.
Again.
All
Okay,
right.
Blackfoot.
Yes.
I found 3 Ben and Jerry's with not mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
With
I
marshmallows.
wouldn't put it past them.
I found 3 of them with marshmallows.
Okay.
I'll name them off, and you can see which one sounds familiar to you.
Okay.
They have a s'mores.
No.
They have one called fish food.
Fish food. That's the one.
Fish food.
That is my favorite thing ever. Yes, they have like those little fishes. They have the caramel. They have the marshmallow, and yeah, fish food is my favorite. Okay.
Chocolate ice cream with gooey marshmallow swirls, caramel swirls, and fudge fish.
It's the ice cream for the undecided people. All of the things are in it. Literally all of the things, just like the cake from earlier.
I think that'd be this new one that I see that they just came out with called Fire Trail Mix.
I need to try that.
Yeah.
I need to try all of them. It's like I cannot get into Ben & Jerry's.
It's chocolate ice cream with crunchy peanuts, pretzel swirls, marshmallow swirls, and fudge-covered almonds.
I'm going to go look for that after the show.
Sounds good. You let us know how it turns out.
Famous
All right.
last words that you ever hear from me are, "This ice cream is too good. It's too good."
This is actually funny. They got one that's called It's Ice Cream.
It's ice cream.
Is there a clown on the front of it?
Yeah, well, it's got a fish on the front of it.
Try this, children.
It's ice cream.
It's a caramel malt ice cream with almond toffee pieces, fudge fish, and caramel swirl.
I like some of those words.
Yeah. Yeah, just let us know how that turns out there, and but don't let us know how the mushroom one turns out. All right,
I
next
bet
random.
they do have mushrooms in Japan, so okay.
All right, next. You know what? That might be actually a thing over there. Mushroom ice cream. Next random question: do you prefer a quiet night at home or going out to a big party? I think we know the answer to this, but we'll ask.
Usually quiet night at home. It's like large crowds overwhelm me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to have a small number of people that I can talk to and understand to have a conversation with instead of. Like you go to a big party and I literally cannot help myself think. There's so much noise in the background that it's hard to make out articulate words, and it's like I have to go outside for a while.
Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, when you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you ever grow up? I know I didn't.
An interesting philosophical question. I never entirely grew up, but a Disney magical talking animal, perhaps.
A giant ferret.
Sure, why not?
Hey, shoot for the stars, you know. What is your favorite sports team?
I don't usually do sports, but I'll have to say I'll have to bend this and say the Dungeons and Dragons is a sport. That would be the Unexpectables.
All right.
Like an 80s cartoon listening to that. It's like the rules are only there to help guide things. It's mostly them doing character stuff that is crazy, like being attacked by giant chickens and figuring out what to do with it, or to tame them, or to run away, or to trick them all into a ravine and set on fire. It's like they can, who knows.
Well, you got to consider that seeing as how they've got professional gaming
Definitely.
as a sport, and they're trying to get some kind of a sport like that into the Olympics. I wouldn't put it past them having a D&D team as a pro.
I like the geek stuff is getting respect now. That's cool.
Definitely. Yeah, we're no longer being shoved in lockers.
Yeah.
Oh, Slushy's got a question. Who's your favorite musical artist?
Oh, I have to search my entire database. It's like I'm into a lot of things. My most addictive thing is like a orchestral rock, like a Nightwish. That's one of my favorite bands. But there's like there are a whole bunch of remixes. I follow OC Remix a lot. There's like I have 5,000 tracks from various artists that have redone video games. I still have plenty of stuff in my iTunes folder that I still have to go through. Like the Hat in Time soundtrack is something I've been like addicted to for a few months now. I can't get enough of that. Undertale soundtrack. I wish FNAF had more. There is a lot of fan music for FNAF, and a lot of that is pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
But let's see. Favorite musical artist. It's hard for me to decide. It's like Ben and Jerry's all over again. It's like, who do I want to exclude? I don't want to exclude anybody.
Well, okay, let's try this then as a follow-up. What is your favorite musical genre?
That would be orchestral rock.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because mine's 70s and 80s, so, and I think
80s music is wonderful. I love 80s music.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's actually interesting because, are you familiar with the band Rat?
I am not.
Okay, well, they were a big, well, they weren't super big, but they were a big 80s rock and roll band. Their most popular hit was the one that you might know, Round and Round. You know, round and round, my love it lay me down. You know that one?
Not really. No, I've had like a bunch of 80s music collections, and I think Styx was my favorite band as a kid. It was like I kept doing Mr. Roboto all the time, but I don't remember Rat.
Hang on a second. Let me see if I can pull up a small clip of it here. We don't need a remix.
We don't need another hero. Actually, they did, but whatever.
Yeah, hang on a second here. Stupid commercials. Go away.
Get past the ends.
Sound familiar?
I am drawing a massive blank right now. I can't believe it's an 80s band I don't know. Well, after reading like Ready Player One, there's a couple of things I wasn't familiar with, so nobody knows everything, but I can't hear any music.
Oh, you can't hear this?
No.
Oh. Okay, then I'll tell you what. Let's do this then. I will post the link here in channel, so those who want to hear it, and you can go ahead and click on it real quick and take a quick listen to it. But anyway, the point I was trying to get to, though, is that what I discovered is that, you know, they had one album, Rat Out of the Cellar, and for all intents and purposes, it was a huge hit. But for all intents and purposes, I think they released one or two more albums after that, but they really never were able to hit that peak again, and they just kind of faded off. Well, I come to find out that actually they didn't fade out. They actually went to Japan and only released music in Japan. And they went all the way into the 90s.
So they're the David Hasselhoff thing?
Kinda, yeah. But I found
His
one...
music is coming back, so it's like, yeah, he always carried the torch. That's why he's big stuff now.
But yeah, that needless to say though, is that I was working out at the gym and heard the song, and I was like, you know, it sounds like 80s rock and roll, but I'm like, it doesn't sound familiar. So I checked it out, and it was Rat, and I was like, Rat did this? And I checked it into it, and it was released in the 90s. I was like, really? And come to find out that that's what they did. They went and started releasing only in Japan. So that's why we never heard anything back from them since.
Well, now we know where to look for him, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I found the actual video.
Actual video of Rat, or Round
The
and
actual
Round?
music video.
Yeah, I'm playing it,
Round.
and it's not ringing a bell in my head. It's like I don't think I've ever actually heard them before.
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
I
Well,
think every day, I guess.
now you have a new group to research.
New furry based, yeah, too. Okay.
All right. Let's see here. What's next on our random quest of questions?
Ask me the things.
All right. What weird food combinations do you like?
Salmon cooked with steak seasoning. That's my big thing I can do. That's like basically recognizable as food.
Salmon and what?
Salmon cooked with steak seasoning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
That's something I can actually cook. I'm pretty good at that. Food combinations. Well, I mentioned Ben and Jerry's. It's like literally all of the things. For food that's not specifically dessert.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Slushy, I did see I saw the lyrics.
A peanut butter, cheese, and jelly sandwich. That's one of my my secret vices.
Okay.
On some of that, like Dave's bread.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. If nobody else has any more questions, we'll do one more random question, and we'll go ahead and jump into our 2018 AC Fursuit Parade. If you guys are interested.
Yay!
So, you guys we have 5 more minutes before we hit 9 o'clock. So if you have a question, now's the time to ask. So, and we're going to hit one more random question. Would you rather go without junk food for a year or without TV for a year?
I haven't actually watched television in a long time. It would depend if television also included YouTube.
Yeah, I'd have to include YouTube and other videos with that as well.
Oh, that would be doom. I probably should go without junk food for a year because, again, the Evilest challenge, losing weight, and all of that.
Right. So,
it's a question of what I want to do versus what's good for me, and that's this is the worst thing ever: junk food and television. It's all bad. But I should probably go without junk food for a year.
Okay, fair enough. But okay, just to let you know though, you do know that the Most Evilest challenge is over, right?
I know that now.
Okay.
I was saying I forgot to send my weight today. It's like, oh no, it's over. It's like, okay, I feel slight relief at that.
Okay. Well, the thing is that when I was talking earlier about me starting at the gym, is that what I was trying. One thing I really wanted to kind of point out is to those of us who competed in it, is that now the real challenge begins because the progress that we've all made during the challenge. That should be the stepping off point there to actually achieve your goal. So if you made a little bit of progress, this would be a perfect time for you to, to keep the momentum going, so to speak.
I lost about 5 pounds in 6 months, so as long as I keep that trend going, well, I should probably get rid of the junk food.
Well, I would agree with you on that. Okay, so anyway, Delios is asking his question: how do you beat the heat in summertime?
Ooh, I have a battery-powered fan I take to work all the time. And that's the big thing. It's like people know me. I'm basically my own biggest fan. I make that joke all the time. But also ice water. Listening to hanging out with cool people, like you guys. Patriotism there.
Cool.
Listening to cool music, like.
Please don't say Frozen.
Let it go, let it go. Ah, I don't care what's in your under.
Oh!
Oh,
If you get me started on show tunes, I'll just do the entire thing. So that's annoying my friends and coworkers. There we go. That's how I sleep well.
Okay. Hey, hello there, Sketch Cobalt. How you doing? All right, well, then, if there is no more questions for our guest, we will go ahead and jump into the 2018 AC Fursuit Parade.
Yay, air conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see the picture that Bronson posted about Bronson and at AC?
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Basically, it was a picture of Bronson at an AC unit in the window, and it was Bronson at AC.
Well, Fursuits do need air conditioning. I remember the I can't remember what year it was. It was like 3 years ago when I went, but they had someone brought these in military grade cooling vests, and they all sold out in like the first day. It's like we have furries with mech warrior technology to keep themselves cool.
I hear you. All right, so you're gonna hang out with us there and watch the Fursuit Parade, or?
I'll hang out, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, let's get this whole thing started. There's Yappy with his symbol.
Hey, people.
Hey, people.
Literal dog, nice.
Yeah, perfect. The best fursuit I've seen yet.
Wait, that dog was dressed as a lion?
Very well.
Cool. This is this year.
yes, you said it was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know 99% of all the people here, so.
That's okay. I don't either.
Oh, is that Teddy Bear?
I look like Fox.
Platypus. That's a new one. I've never seen a platypus furry before. I noticed there's a lot more younger ones too.
That's promising. I think it's catching on.
Mm-hmm.
If other people are interested in our thing, it means that we're in something for cool people, so I like that.
Definitely. Alright. They put barricades up now. When I went to Anthrocon, you didn't have barricades.
I did notice someone made there was like a Call of Duty survival horror mode, and someone replaced all the people with Five Nights at Freddy's characters, so you have like Foxy and Freddy, hordes being gunned down at the barricade. It was like, is that why they have barricades there now? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of mods when it comes to those kind of games.
Cameron decided to commit suicide for a second.
Big nose.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bouncy.
Oh, that's bright pink.
What's that?
That one panther or goat or whatever that went by had some really bright pink fur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to break the mold when I finally do get a fursuit. It's just gonna be a partial, like the head and the hands and maybe the tail, and like maybe just a detective outfit.
Oh, there you go.
It's like if everyone else is almost naked, it's like I'm gonna be wearing clothes. I don't know. I'm just that introvert, I guess.
If I ever got to the point to where I can go to conventions again, then maybe I'll consider getting a fursuit. But If I'm not going out to furry events, for all intents and purposes, there really be no point to it.
Maybe I'll turn into a crazy
Wow.
person if I'm actually behind the mask. I'll just like lose all my inhibitions and start like hugging everybody. Who knows?
Well, I understand that fursuits can really help a person come out of their shell.
Yeah, that's why people do it.
Mm-hmm.
Steel, stop messing with the brightness.
Yes. How much would it cost for a fursuit? They can vary in prices.
Yeah, the Mech Warrior cooling technology would be like $6,000, but if you just want a partial, it's like, I think the figure was like 1,200 or something. Unless you get governed by the insane posse people, then it's like, avoid the snakes.
Definitely. Well, you're not supposed to carry the head. You're supposed to wear it. Come on. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Step on the tail.
You'd have to design your character, Steel Wolf.
Giant claws.
Well, I mean, think about it. The price when it comes to the price of a fursuit. If you don't take it to every convention, you're kind of wasting your money at that point.
Trigon.
Really stills.
Yes, we see you.
That must be Fabulous's next date.
Yeah.
That was a cool animation one linked on like Twitter. It's like there's this giant dragon thing goes raw. All these kids go oh, and they're looking at the Argentina flag, and they all go, "He's so cool." And the dragon's like, "Huh?"
I say if you can swing it, Steel Wolf, I'd go. I'd do it myself if you can swing it. Unfortunately, fursuits are not cheap. But like I said, I mean, your fun factor at a convention with a fursuit, it can go up dramatically. Unfortunately, you take some people who can't wear fursuits, like Jordan, because she's had heat stroke in the past, she would not be able to wear a full body fursuit.
I always have trouble cooling off. I would definitely need the Mech Warrior technology if I did that.
Mm-hmm. Now those are some big ears.
All ears.
Some whole ears, yeah, definitely.
They should use the ears as six, like the ears and the tail, just to make the whole thing like artistic and practical.
Oh, look, there's lamb chop.
Yeah.
This is a song that doesn't end. He goes on and someone hit my stream.
Oh, purple sky.
Oh, geez, we just lost light for that.
Some people started singing, not knowing what it was, and then we sing it forever, just because.
Don't step on the tail. Don't step on the tail. I can't wait for that person to step on the tail.
Okay,
cool, dragon.
those people needed a fashion statement.
Here's a pickle. Why'd the chicken cross the road? Because he was in a fursuit parade. Ah, I made it funny.
There's a long root tail for you. Get hit by that.
Turret!
What's
Turret!
up?
Hey!
Purple ferret.
I debuted Secret and Morocco tune building kits at AC. Tune building kits? You'll have to tell me more about that sometime, Secret.
Someone actually did a board?
Why not? I'm not seeing too many ponies this time. Anybody want a Tootsie Roll?
Are they still taking the Fursuit parade outside so the regular public can see part of it too?
What's that?
Are they still having part of the Fursuit parade outside so the public can see it too?
Steel probably won't answer that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if they do anymore or not because it does get insanely hot in those things.
Oh my gosh, there's the knight from Mighty Python.
Knight who says knee.
It's only official.
Oh, Black Knight.
Oh, Black Knight. Yeah.
Because that was the big thing when I went last time. It was like the Pittsburgh actually declared like the day Anthropon Day. Furries were officially cool, and all the businesses were putting up like cloth-themed things and
Steel said they did go outside.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit because I am having a hard time hearing you guys.
I'm actually quiet. I just have to make sure I jack up the volume and remember to actually put air into my words.
Air in the words?
Air into my
air,
words, yes.
Putting it, just make sure you don't overinflate them.
That one's tail fell off.
Ah! Ah!
Dolphin?
That is a weird saber-tooth tiger.
Gross.
Waffles.
Waffles. I want some.
Do you like waffles? Yeah, I like waffles. Pancakes? Yeah, I like pancakes. You see, somebody stop me.
Oh god, comes that Tyrannosaurus Rex
Oh,
costume.
jeez.
Whoa.
Those things are very popular these days.
Duh.
At least you can see where you're going in them. Big old view things. That tiger must have stepped on his tail.
Da, da, ba, ba, da, 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 da. Okay, John Williams, yeah.
Another ferret.
Yep.
Yay.
There's a raccoon.
Ooh.
Evilest, we told you not to go.
I think
I'm all for the
everybody,
black and white masked face things. That's cool.
you know, and that's the thing. I think everybody went except for me and Jordan.
I didn't go.
I didn't go.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But like, you know, Bocephus, Black Track, the Minions went. I think Blue went. A little
You mean
late.
Hot Rod Blue?
Hot Rod Blue, yep.
Is that a ferret or is that a...
I can't tell what all of them are some of the time.
Well, a lot of them are hybrids too.
That hit was a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of antlered people.
I'm not saying
It's the
obvious
Royal
joke.
Order of Elk. The Elks
Are they
Lodge.
horny? So many horny people around, guys.
I know.
I left it up to him.
I will
Oh, God,
exercise the
Pikachu.
option always.
Well, of course, there's got to be a Pikachu. Come on.
It's the first time I've seen a Pikachu.
Oh, I've seen him before.
You're an undead Pikachu. Ah. More words. Combine all of the things.
I keep waiting for that bat to like keep opening his wings and bap somebody in the head.
Hey,
Look at that
Steel,
one.
did Yappy do his symbol thing again this year?
Well, yeah, he was the first one at the video, at the beginning of the video. You didn't see him?
Yeah, it's kind of staggering on not him.
Ah, okay. Sorry about
King
that.
Fox thing. Yay. Or King Bear thing. So. But wait, there's more.
There's a badger.
Badgers. Mushroom ice cream.
He should be carrying a mushroom with him. Mushroom ice cream. Jeez.
I
No,
really
that's gonna
want
be a
mushroom
thing.
ice cream now. That's got to be a thing. I'll search for it.
Don't give chili ideas.
I'll share my findings with you.
You do that.
Considering they got wasabi ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery, I wouldn't put it past them having mushroom.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
National Public Radio. Mushroom ice cream, anyone? Chefs turn to veggies for dessert.
Yeah, really. Now that's a pizza.
This is NPR, apparently.
Oh no, that's cute.
Yeah, different. Why
All
are
we can
furries
tell.
like
What
getting
the heck
that?
is that?
What the heck? Is it a toga mouse?
Is that a hamster?
I have no
We
idea.
are Siamese, if you please.
He's got
What the heck is that thing?
I don't know.
Siamese, even if you don't please.
Oh, wait a minute, it's a white squirrel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that thing with the big fluffy tail, I saw there for a second.
Oh, okay.
What the hell was that thing?
I have no idea.
Red panda.
Yep.
Yep.
Are you from Pandora?
I stopped playing World of Warcraft just before Pandora came out. I'm sort of punching myself in the face now.
Oh. Liked it or didn't like it?
Oh yeah, there's a goat mom. I think that's goat mom. I mean, it's a unicorn thing. I never mind. I wanted to see Pandora, but I quit before it came out. So,
Ah.
oh well.
I thought you said you started right before it came out.
I played it for like from level 50 onward, just like
There's one for you.
I stopped with Lich King.
Go
There we
for
go. There's Azrael.
The thing is, I enjoyed Lich King. Me and Jordan think that was probably the best expansion they had.
Well, I guess I stopped on the high note, and I remember they got rid of flying at some point. It was like, what? What are they thinking?
No, they didn't get rid of it. They just made it to where you had to work for it instead of just go and buy it.
Yeah, you got a quest for it.
Mm-hmm. You got to reach an achievement level.
They did that in Draenor, the new one, Legion. I think they're supposed to do it again for the next one.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, look who it is.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Who was it that was
It's that guy.
Bradford Fox or whatever his name was? He had the suit where he'd throw pies at it and such.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember who he was. He has a pair of like a black fox, white front. There's a pair of goggles. He was the guy that stole somebody's lawn chair there at one of they were doing a trial thing on it
Oh.
at AC.
Oh, look, an ancient dragon. Never seen those before. Phantom of the Anthrocon.
Dum, ba, 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 bum. Da, ba, da, ba, da.
Someone's
Da,
really
ba, da,
enjoying
ba, da,
themselves.
ba, ba, da, ba, da.
Oh, that's a tall bear.
There's the fox from Pinocchio.
Yeah, there we go.
You just had to look it up, didn't you?
Yes, are you reading my ice cream mushroom recipe there?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I will
okay,
not
probably
either.
was. Yes, I did have to look it up. I researched all the things.
You did not need to. We could have died we could have lived a very content life and died very happily without knowing.
I'm obsessively compulsive. I must find all of the things.
No.
Hey,
No.
look,
All of
it's look there in the background. It's a guy portraying the living dead with a fox. Or Evil Dead.
Well, there are a lot of
He's
foxes.
got the chainsaw in one hand.
That's what you do, a fusion of Ash Ketchum and Ash from the Evil Dead. It's like, I'm with these
Yeah, that'd be
Pokemon. It's the
frightening.
last thing I do. Oh, chainsaw for him.
I still love that when he had that fight scene in the graveyard where they slapped him around like all
Oh,
the Three
yeah.
Stooges.
That was fun.
Yeah, they're not really horror movies. They're horribly entertaining.
What's that?
The Evil Dead movies really aren't horror movies. They're horribly entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Another Kagu.
Mm-hmm.
What's a Kagu?
Animal
onesie with the
pajamas.
animal head.
Okay.
Animal pajamas, basically. Romeo.
That's the only thing I can call this, is a onesie.
Sadly, I had one when I was a kid. That's pretty neat. I kind of like that.
Oh, that's a bright orange.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone
Yeah.
for going hunting?
Rocco's Modern Life.
Apparently, tail holders are now an official thing.
Someone with a
Bag
bag over their head.
Okay, this is just dragging it.
Is that
Was it enough?
Kanye?
It might be. He went as the unknown furry once. He had this like just paper bag over his head, trashy costume, and it's like you never think this guy was anything interesting until you realize like he's like the king.
You know, one of these
One of
days,
the cheapest fursuits.
I so want to see somebody dressed up as a bar of soap.
Everyone would run away screaming.
Exactly.
That guy that played Shaq on FPS, he'd probably do it.
Just dress up as a bar of soap and go through the parade.
Be cleansed, my children. Ha ha! Like a zombie bar of soap. There we go.
No, don't step on the tail. Don't.
Point.
You don't stop in the middle of a parade. Oh, an angel dragon. Never seen those before.
Rainbow bat.
Yeah.
Rainbow Batman.
Oh God, did you see Batman as a rainbow?
Batman is a furry, guys. Confirmed.
Yes.
Batman Pride.
I have to go look up as a competition.
Oh God, that'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Here, just give me your phone.
Yeah, definitely. Nowadays, just think. Nowadays, we're watching several $1 million walking by.
That's an alien conspiracy theorist furry there. It's like, okay.
As Slushy would say, first world problems.
Well, that's a well-padded bear.
That is a very
Wow.
padded bear.
Someone was carrying one of those old laser tag guns.
Uh-huh, I saw that.
Well, ice
Another purple
cream.
skunk.
Ice cream.
I like ice cream.
Mushroom ice cream.
No.
Wow, those are some bright bats.
No.
No. Bad
Look at
fair.
that. Neon green and pink. Crystal bats.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal bats, crystal ponies, crystals, hamburgers. What is it about the geometric minerals these days?
Oh God, someone's gone with the masked suit.
He's holding out his hat like, alms for the poor, alms for the poor.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Where? Oh, that would be
Just
cool.
pass it for the camera.
Wouldn't that be great if it really was him? Did you guys see that one skit where he was in like the Wax Museum?
Mm-hmm. I did see
Yeah,
that.
it's like literally him. It's like it's not a replica of him. People like go over. It's like he looks so real. Then he goes boo. And it's like ah!
Hulk Hogan did that too.
Yep. There's been a number of them doing it. I mean, I remember before she passed on, what was her name? Very famous. She even had her own talk show there for a short time until it busted. Joanne Rivers. She did it too. Yes, Mr. Seven. I see you.
Thick thighs save lives, really?
Wow.
Are we sure about that detail? Okay.
Oh wow, look, there's an angel dragon. Never seen those before.
Compare that to when they first started. How many was it?
Someone did a Digimon.
Why not?
Digital monsters, digital are the champions. I don't know anything about the show. I just know about the
What
song.
year was that?
Sherry says that the price of fursuits have gone up even more. I'm
I
curious.
believe it. The band has gone up.
13
Mhm.
years.
We allow limited gaming by using game mode. What is that? Okay. Oh, that's actually an escape. That's not in the. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Again, I'm seeing double vision. I'm seeing like what the public sees. I'm seeing what we see, and it's like they're not the same thing, guys.
There were 1980
Yeah, I can see that.
furs there. 1980s?
Bonnie, you gotta come back with me.
Where?
Back to the 80s.
Someone actually dressed as Thor.
Why not?
Thor.
I just saw somebody dressed as Thor and the Thunderer in there.
I want to see somebody dressed up as Lion-O.
Just keep
It might
saying
be that
thunder,
coming.
thunder. The string gets longer and longer until it's like 15 feet long.
Otter.
Yeah, it's like,
Otter.
stop saying thunder.
That lion had a really big head.
Nice mohawk.
That is a very creepy one.
The heck is that thing?
I have no
Oh, pretty bird.
idea. Mm-hmm.
Blue jay.
Looks like someone used a pillow for their fursuit. At least their fursuit head.
Sure they didn't use a Pac-Man?
They might have. We're going to eat you up.
I forget.
soft watch
Oh,
wolf.
Sergals.
Mm-hmm.
I remember what those things are. They're Sergals.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy
Can
hybrid.
species go?
Yeah, and the thing is before before Second Life, I never knew what a circle was. I never even knew they existed.
I need to go back to Second Life sometime. It's like I just found the controls so confusing.
Damn,
Someone
there's
showed
a
me around for
shiny
like
suit.
days or something. Ooh.
I don't know. I tried going back to I tried going back to Don Carnage. Really?
Yeah. Cool.
That is awesome.
Deadpool.
Yep, right behind Don.
Deadpool versus Don Carnage. Who would win, guys?
Don.
Deadpool with a tail.
No,
Should win
Don
versus who
Carnage.
would win?
Don Carnage always wins.
Don Carnage. Okay, cool.
The heck is that?
I don't know. That was weird. Whatever it was.
There's like two giant eyeballs.
I know.
Oh, he brought us a donut.
Hey, big donut.
Maybe he stole that one from Steel Wolf.
Oh, look, there's an angel dragon. Never seen those before.
Bad
Wow, look at
species.
those ears.
Uh-huh.
Look at the ears on that one
Psychedelic.
blue one. Damn. Some of these are getting good.
Mm-hmm. People are getting creative.
Yeah, it's technology advances every year.
Mm-hmm.
Now they can just make it so those things don't overheat everybody so fast.
Oh, Celeste, you said there was a scar from Lion King. in
And make
there.
visibility possible, yes.
Don't they have some of those where they got cameras in some point where you can look at like a TV screen?
I've heard about that.
Yeah, I have too.
I saw someone with like eyes that were
Like-
animated like digitally. He with
Like
his
that
eyes,
one right
like-
there.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Like the digital eyes would follow whoever the real person was looking inside the HUD.
Yeah.
You can do some interesting FNAF stuff with that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give Markiplier any ideas, he'll probably do it.
Darth Maul really in a fursuit
Give
parade?
him all of the ideas, so he does.
Who saved?
Oh, check it out. There's another Undertale character for you.
Yay, save!
There you go.
I think they did a group picture with all the ones that were there for Undertale setup.
Yep.
Well, what does it mean?
There's probably a support group now.
If we need support, save. Hit the save button.
That's a heck of a bird. Oh, I like that one. That was neat.
Everybody's carrying lightsabers anymore.
Oh, yeah. They're glowy.
Giant baby bottle? What is that thing?
That or it's,
Sriracha sauce.
or else it's a very
Ah.
big container of vape juice.
Someone likes a lot of sriracha. He likes it spicy.
Spicy.
Looks like Master Blaster there. It's like little kids like, buddy ears, yay.
Oh, look, a Jedi.
Oh
I've never
wait,
seen it
there's
Lightsaber.
Evilest right there in the background.
yeah, I saw that. I was about to say that, too. Ranger called it.
Oh look at Simba.
Simba. How many voices does he do again?
Good number of them. I can't remember.
5,000.
I remember they did a tally of that. I just can't remember how many.
They were sitting in the middle, pile of puppets.
That is a weird end to that tail on that
It
green.
was like
It's a plug-in.
usually lost in the blob or something.
What is it with these ones that have the skulls instead of the face on some of the fursuits?
Just character designs.
What?
It's creepy.
Yes, is it?
Sound like a version of what's that really famous detective? Sherlock Holmes.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was like, what is it?
Sounds like somebody that really has a very, very sore throat. Oh, look, an angel dragon. Never seen those before.
That's just one fursuiter has helped the other fursuiter carry their long tail.
Yeah, why not? Oh, someone dressed up as a scooter. That's cool.
With purple hair.
Mm-hmm.
Redneck Rocket Raccoon, yay.
The guy next to me kept talking. Yeah,
Tape
it's
the
okay.
space age guns together and fire them all at once.
Yeah. The guy next to me kept talking, then he took a phone call. So he kept talking some more.
Mm-hmm.
There's another character suit, but I can't remember who it was.
The one with the black mask, Fox.
White fox with red markings and wings.
I've seen artist renditions, but I don't think it's an actual character. I think it's just a Curry's creation character.
I thought it was a video game character at some point.
I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Those are some eyebrows or eyelashes.
There's a gazelle.
Still says the bottle was bounced around during the dance. I can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked somebody out with that thing.
Maybe it was trying to spice everybody up somehow.
Boneheads from Pokemon. That's Cubone. No, I don't think they were Cubone.
Nah.
What's the sign say?
Because Cubone.
Someone's getting hammered.
Yeah. Because Cubone, their faces weren't actual skulls, though. They wore a skull on their head, and that was supposedly their mom.
Yeah, this one was just the skulls on the face.
Yeah.
Of the face.
Oh my
Pokemon was
gosh.
dark about that. They're
Look at
wearing
the
the skull
Cylon
of their
looking
mom.
one.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird.
I saw one that was in there dressed like Ryu from Street Fighter.
There's your Ash from
One of them.
Jason. Jason Voorhees. That would look really
No, that's a freaky costume.
Uh-huh.
What big eyes you have.
What big ears you have.
What?
You better to heal you. And that's all I can do because that's
Yeah,
all I
there.
am.
See, like that guy there.
Yeah,
Just
I
his
think-
skull for a face.
Yeah, I think they're just like the furry version of the Grim Reaper kind of thing.
The Crypt Keeper.
Not quite, but close.
There's a costume I haven't seen in a few
Yeah.
years.
Oh, a few years.
That fox right there.
Yeah.
Fox with wings.
Yeah.
Oh, with the fancy Renaissance.
Oh, there's a
dress.
Foxy.
Oh.
And Bonnie.
Yay, Bunny. Or,
Oh, it's one of the apes from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, it looks like it. There's those big ears one. Look at that big. Look, those are big ears.
people keep saying the Planet of the Apes movies are great. I still haven't seen them yet, though.
What's that?
I haven't seen the new ones. I remember the old ones.
I've never been into apes for some reason. It's always like they're discount fuzzy humans.
Jeez.
But the golden guy is doing the movie, so it's like I should look it up.
I don't know. I don't think FNAF has lost its popularity. I think it's just changed. You
Slow
know,
it down a little.
Well, they just released like last week. There was both Ultimate Custom Night and the third novel. So
mhm.
There's your next challenger, Whitefire.
I'll take them on. Besides, my belt looks nicer.
Mouse Schwarzenegger. I'm doing show tunes again.
A French poodle maid playing a guitar or ukulele.
Cool. Oh, nice.
It's a ukulele.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Ghostbusters.
Dang, how many Fursuits were there this year?
They said 1980.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Ben, was that the theme this year, 1980?
Yep. Oh,
Nice.
the theme for this year?
Yeah.
I don't remember what this year's theme was.
Now I gotta ask, which one of those three was Venkman, which one was Spangler, and which one was Ray?
That is a good question. If Babs was here, she probably could tell you.
And Fursuits, they could have been the female versions if we'd never know.
Sure. Although I'm willing to bet that the movie Monsters was the theme.
Oh, okay.
I gotta admit, it was
Ghostbusters.
funny watching Chris Hemsworth playing the absent-minded secretary part.
Very absent-minded.
They turned out to be the
another
final
big
boss. It's like, I actually really liked the recent Ghostbusters movie. I was like, I'm glad they brought it back. And
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a good It was a good killer for a couple hours. You know, I didn't
female
mind it.
Egon was actually really hardcore. The way all her toys, I love her.
Yeah. There's a rocket for you.
Not a redneck this time, the real one. Yay.
You know, when they were going to do another Ghostbusters movie, I kind of hoped they would have continued on like they did out of the cartoon series, where they had, well, they couldn't have gone
Which one?
where they went to Ghostbusters: The Next Generation, where unfortunately they wouldn't have been able to use Egon for the teacher of the next set of Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
but they could have had like Ray or Venkman. Because in the next one they had like 3 or 4 characters, a female guy in a wheelchair and a couple other guys as the Ghostbusters, and Egon was kind of teaching them the ropes.
Interesting.
This is a long ass parade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they are. It's 40 minutes long.
Wow.
There's Rainbow Dash. Never seen her
Yay.
before.
Yeah.
That is a weird alligator.
Okay, if Trump wants to put his money out for a parade for himself, why doesn't he put money out for this? He'd get a better group of people going.
Oh my gosh, there's another. That is the smallest Freddy head on a body I've ever seen.
Well, it was originally for a little kid. It's like you see that in Take Cake to the Children. That's actually a little kid wearing the suit. And later on, like, the hat is huge in that one. Later on, the hat is tiny because the guy grew up.
It's just like, you know, you talk about proportions, and like you see some of the heads are like twice as big as the body, but when the head is like twice as small as the body, it's like, that's a little creepy.
I saw something really cool actually, like the two Trolandi years ago.
Oh,
There
good
was-
lord. One of the characters out of Placers.
Out of Placers? What's that?
Yeah.
It's a comic, but they're called scabs.
Well, like there was this yellow bunny girl, and she was actually, as a human, really overweight.
Mm-hmm.
But she was performing in the dance, like the hardcore, like athletics and all this. And it's like if she was like just as her human self, she wouldn't have a chance. But in that bunny costume, something magical happened. Like usually when you put the fursuit head on, the fursuit is huge compared to the rest of the body proportions, so it always like sticks out comically.
Yeah.
But because her body was so large, somehow her fursuit was in proportion. It looked realistic
Oh wow.
because she was fat.
No,
And-
Steel, it's
It
the
was
one with
amazingly
the
cute.
that one there. But yeah, Steel was asking me about the character that I saw, but she just went by on the regular screen. Those things are freaky. They look like what those Cabal characters off of Warcraft should be.
Mm.
Dude, no take candle.
Uh-oh. Fuzz is here. Hide the drugs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That is a fancy person.
When did the Mad Hatter become a fur?
Back in his college days. He was young.
No, if that's for the Chiefs, it should be red and white, not blue and white.
And I think we are coming to the end here shortly. Lab rat.
Yay.
Every time you say that, we get more.
Yeah, it's been a trend here. Bigger than ever. So many fursuits.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Steele said this one was shorter than last year's.
Oh, I'm sure.
Really?
I believe it.
Yeah. Damn, that's a big head.
There's a very big head. Oh,
Big
now check out
bodies,
that
big
Bonnie.
everything else.
Shadow
Oh,
Bonnie.
wow, look at those eyes.
Uh-huh.
Just that.
Had an axe in his head.
I think that's going to be it, because there goes actual pleats. Is that it? I do
Looks
believe
like
that
it.
is it. Wait, he's not wearing a fursuit.
He's dressed as a camera.
He's dressed as a camera. Oh, here comes one. Here comes a few more.
White stragglers.
Yeah, stragglers.
Where's Blitz when you need him?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Blitz was even at, oh, well, there you go. That was it, folks. I wonder if Blitz was even at this year's Anthrocon.
I've lost track of those guys.
Hey,
Mostly.
you know, I didn't notice it, but there's a guy in the background along that railing.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing the tie and shirt of Nyx from Zootopia.
Nice. Oh. Try everything.
Oh.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't try singing that.
Oh.
I should probably just let it go, let it go.
No.
I'm singing like a schmo.
No.
No.
Bad
no.
monkey. Bad monkey. Alrighty. Well,
The
let's see.
secret says he didn't see Blitz there.
Yeah, that's okay. I am out of coffee.
You coffee hound.
Coffee hound. Yeah, right. Yeah, I found the perfect shirt for me. It says I thought I liked coffee, but I actually just like creamer. Did you lower your camera?
No, it fell over, so I had to set it back up.
I'm about to say,
Slowly
because
growing
you're
to
like,
transform you for our eyes.
it's cutting off the top of your head.
I was sitting underneath my monitor.
I'm going to have to lower you. Hang on. Grab you and go. Loop. There we
It'll
go.
take some adjusting.
There we go.
Where do you guys put your camera relative to the screen? I've been stressing over that point if I did get a web camera.
What's that?
Where do you put your camera relative to the screen?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's beside the monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, like here is the edge of the monitor. Okay,
Okay.
so here is the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have it on a tripod, so it sits a little higher than the monitor does. 20
Yeah,
minutes.
mine's actually
remaining.
underneath the monitor, so.
What?
Or one of them.
What?
Mine's actually underneath one of the monitors,
How many monitors you got?
too.
Oh, you were doing two.
I've got one for keeping an eye on chat and everything, and the other one I watch the video on.
Oh. Is the chat good?
So far.
Do you like the chat?
They don't seem to be horrified by us yet.
But considering that I've got the main chat on the main screen has what everyone else is seeing, and I'm watching you on Skype on the other one.
Oh, so okay, I see. So I'm on the secondary screen, is what you're telling me. So no, that's
You're on the
okay.
one
No,
that
it's okay. I understand priorities. You know, I understand. I'm just not
Well,
entertaining.
you wanted me to be a monitor.
I'm just not entertaining. I get it. I get it. It's all good.
The heck is this about leaving? Oh yeah, that's it, Steel Wolf. Steel sent me the picture, that link that he put in there. That's the one that I saw from.
Why is this thing doing this? What is? I don't.
I don't know why it does that. Just hit continue.
Yeah, Don Carnage.
Oh, there's one up above. That's got the scab on it.
There you go. Okay.
That one from Outer Places that I mentioned.
Okay, hang on. No. What that? Don't care.
I don't know what the thing is with that.
I don't know. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that thing.
Let me switch over so people know what we're doing instead of just going, oh, look, Whitefire reacting to stuff. There we go.
It's reaction video time.
Let them see, too. Let them see all of the things.
It's turned blue. Why is it turned blue? There we go. Now it's not blue.
It has been selected.
Blue. There's the Don Carnage.
Blue moon, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-boo. I forgot the words.
Oh, he got those from FWA.
Now here's a secret one. Let's see, what's he got? If it's another 40-minute one, but it's from the street.
He did the street deal.
Well, we're not going to watch the parade again. Run, dogs, run! We're a bunch of... all the dogs. Guys, banging on drums! Run, run! See? Debbie was in there.
Snappy yuppie.
Oh, well. There's that. That's a thing.
Yay, that was a thing.
It was a thing.
This time's thing must have been rescue dogs.
Yeah, definitely. Jay Badger suit is in there. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Because I know KP didn't go, so I wonder who won worked this year. All right. Well, anyway, it's time for us to start clearing out of here. If anybody's got any last questions for our guest, ask them now or forever hold your peace.
Any questions, they can be as annoying as you like.
Yes. Be very as annoying as possible.
Oh.
What do you like to do on rainy days?
On rainy days and Mondays, I like thinking about old song lyrics.
Let's see.
Funny and stupid questions ask me. Okay, cool.
You're not supposed to be looking
Bring
at me.
all the things. I fear nothing.
Okay.
Fire the internet at me.
Okay. What happens when you get scared half to death twice?
You literally get scared to death. You become a human popsicle.
Okay. Is it true cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny?
I'm pretty sure the clowns actually eat the cannibals.
Okay. If all the world's a stage, where does the audience sit?
We are all players in a much more larger, deadly game. Pieces in a much... I'm reading the Star Wars quote thing. Okay.
What's your orientation? From
Currently, I am facing the screen head on.
Okay. If it's tourist season, why can't we shoot them?
Because they also have guns, because this is America.
Ah, America. Why are all the alphabets in the order that they are? Is it because it's a song?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. My God, they're right.
If you write a book about failure and it doesn't sell, is it called a success?
That is very zen, and I must ponder the mystery of that further.
If work is so terrific, how come you get paid for it?
I get paid extras as a UPS. It's like, that's not bad. Although I have to put up with sociopathic coworkers sometimes, but whatever.
All right. If one synchronized swimmer drowns, do the others drown too?
Only if they're really dedicated.
All right. Are the good Listen, Ranger. Are the good things that come to people who wait the leftovers of the people who went before them?
Well, it's an interesting question. It's like you should seize the day too, so that's like the opposite quote. The Leftovers were a great group on Silverhand, though, so that was a great rating organization.
Okay. Delios is basically asking, bi, gay, straight, or other?
Straight.
Straight. Okay.
Although in role-playing forums, I sometimes can role-play the opposite gender.
Okay. Celestia says, if Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers, how many peppers Peter Piper picked?
Peter Piper never actually picked peppers. That is a public misconception. He just wanted to make everyone think he was picking peppers so he could pick pistachios instead.
Ah, okay. Why did
Actually, the answer is 42.
Yeah, I was about to say 42. Why did Yankee Doodle name the feather in his hat macaroni?
Because he was really freaking hungry, man.
For macaroni and cheese.
Okay. Isn't Disney World a people trapped operated by a mouse?
I never thought of it that way, but it completely makes sense now.
All right. If electricity comes from electrons, does morality come from morons?
Not
That
really.
is a mystery of our time that raises disturbing implications for everything.
I'd say morons are the opposite of morality.
Why aren't blueberries blue?
Because they're happy.
Why is Greenland called Greenland when it's white and covered with ice?
Actually, they did that to hope people would settle on Iceland instead, so they deliberately misnamed it. I think it's actually a historical fact, but because people like pet names for things.
Yeah, basically, yeah. When it comes to Greenland and Iceland, it was actually done by the Vikings to kind of throw people off. If they thought they were going to Iceland, they actually went to Greenland, and if they went to Greenland, they thought it was Iceland.
Yep.
Why is the word for a fear of long words? Why is the word for a fear of long words? Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. You have to say the whole
skip it.
thing now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hippopotamus monstrocrural quipidelliphobia. So long.
Hippopotamo monstro quipalophob. No, I can't do it either. I'm pretty sure that's the longest word in the history of the universe and probably is actually a fake word, but it's long because it's awesome and it forces people to pronounce it.
All right. Delios, what is the meaning of 42?
No
It's meaning
one
life.
knows. We don't know the question.
It's the combination to Blackfoot Ferret's next theory.
All right.
My favorite number is 37, so
What if Batman gets bitten by a vampire?
it will be so freaking awesome, guys. The vampire
vampire
returned to a
Batman.
crime fighter. The vampire returned to a crime fighter.
Yeah, they actually did do a
Oh.
storyline about that too.
Vampire Batman.
All right.
Vampire Batman.
Last one. Where are all the mentally handicapped parking spaces for people like me?
Because you made it.
They're asking where they are back at your house.
Say it again.
Where are all the mentally handicapped parking spaces for people like me?
Because we're all handicapped in our own special way. So I always just ditch the car at the edge of the parking lot. So I guess that's where I park.
All right, sounds good to me.
Okay, I
I
like,
that'll
I
waste
like
10
that
minutes to
one.
be a good parking spot and defeats the purpose entirely. So it's like that's the space for him, I guess.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
was one there I liked.
What?
What did the Mayans get bored after reaching 2012, or is the prediction hoax?
Ooh.
Since we're still here and still exists, I think the Mayans probably didn't know everything.
I
Or
think they
maybe we
just didn't
stopped
want to go
existing. Maybe we only
I
just
think
our
they
own
just
mind.
didn't want to go any further. They didn't want to go beyond 2012.
Well, their civilization stopped like several hundred years ago, so they figured they're no longer updating the software. So, yeah, it's just they were the old Microsoft curse or something.
That's it. That version of the calendar expired, and they weren't going to support it no more because they moved on to Microsoft. Moved on to version 2.
And
They got hit by the
modern
Mayan.
Mayans.
What?
They got hit by the Mayan K12.
Yeah, mine K12. All right. Well, anyway, did you have fun tonight, there, Blackfoot?
I did. This was a blast.
All right. I'm really glad, and we really enjoyed having you on. Is there anything you would like to say before you go?
I need to think of something appropriately strange and annoying. I love you guys. I love you guys. Hey, I'm really kind of need to take a nap. So I'm glad that there are people out there that like listening to my ravings on the internet. That gives me hope.
Well, we appreciate it. Is there anything you want to promote before you go as well?
Well, you did the shout to the Unexpectables earlier. That's my favorite, like, role-playing group now. It keeps me sane during work.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Oh, no, do you have anything else?
I didn't have anything else planned.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I love you too.
Yay! Hello, Fox Thing. Love you too. Wait, what's your name?
Backtrack? You? Where's your coat? Oh no! Do you have a? Did they put an apple in your head? Oh no! Hello.
Probably banana.
Hello.
Banana.
How are you doing? Are we
Oh.
doing accents today?
Hmm.
Oh, we're doing accents now.
Oh no! What are you
I don't
doing?
know either. Hype all the screen. There we go. Brofist.
Fair fist.
Oh, Brofist. I was like doing the PewDiePie thing.
Do a barrel roll.
It shows he loves people by punching their face in the screen.
Wouldn't that be Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony anymore?
Yeah, I think so.
They have her break the fourth wall all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Can we help
That's
you?
why my monitor is cracked.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Your nose is exceptionally large.
Thank you. I work hard on it. Can
How
we?
exactly? Okay. What is a
Nose
good nose
exercises.
exercise for those of us who don't have muscles? Disturbia. Okay. Disturbia.
Backtrack. Backtrack. Hello. Hello. Hi. How are you? I'm doing good. Are you? I'm good.
I'm good too.
Yay, you're good too.
Yay.
I'm good.
Well, I'm okay. I
You're-
think I'm okay. Some people say I'm not okay,
You're not good.
and that's why I start screaming.
You're not good.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh. That's sad. I don't think I'm going to have another talk with Evilest.
Are you sure he's not down there eating the apple and put something else in there?
He probably did, knowing him. Hello. Hello,
Hello.
chat. Hmm. Backtrack. Are you okay? I'm good.
Are you a lumberjack?
I'm allergic and I'm okay. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Duck.
Quick.
Quack.
Come up here.
I'm just saying random stuff at this point because my brain is like 30% power. This
Tune
was
in
fun,
next
but
week
oh
when-
my gosh.
Better plug it
Tune in
in.
next week when Evilest tries again.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
Clap on,
clap
clap on,
on.
punch yourself in the face, and get a good night's sleep.
I think I'm going to have to give Evilest another little shock at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely
Control
have
shock.
Hey, backtrack. Oi!
Get ready
Hi,
for your
hi.
controlled shock.
How are you doing?
No, I'll make him feel like he's at the center of one of those Tesla coils.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do need to get going. Backtrack. There's something down here. I'll get it! Folks, we're getting out of here.
Yay!
I hope you all had fun. I'm going to have a little talk with a certain raccoon. Until then, folks, you have a great week, and we will catch you all next week.
See you on the
Good
other
night,
side.
folks.
Take it easy.
Good night, guys.
Later.
Stay okay.